Saturday night, fantasy playoffs incoming. Rob with a funny and real comment here. Welcome back, Rob. Please no fighting tonight. Ray will be on shortly. Trust me, man, I don't like fighting. I like arguments. I like civil discussions. I'm a very level-headed individual. I will talk with anybody. That was a little out of line last night. I apologize to all you guys. It was probably entertaining. There's ways to argue with not getting hostile and yelling. That's the key here. You know what I preach, man? I say it every end of the show, right? Stay positive, love your life, and respect each other. That's the key. Respect. Let's all respect each other. That being said, got some news and notes to get into, gentlemen. Christian McCaffrey, the mark of health all season, was questionable on Thursday with an illness, which I never worry about that early in the week. But then also we had a back injury flare up today. Now, whether that's gamesmanship on the part of the 49ers with Kyle Shanahan, who we know is a clown. So I'm not worried about McCaffrey. Now, I'm a guy that has Brian Robinson everywhere. So I am, I don't ever wish injury on anyone, but I am just hoping, bro, that he might miss this week. And I guess my thing with Kyle Shanahan is if McCaffrey was actually hurt, would he even put him on the injury report? It appears not, because he has not done that in the past. So who knows if this is a real thing? I would like to think that McCaffrey is a little banged up because the man's averaging 27 touches a game. So they also don't need him. The worry, if you're a McCaffrey owner, guys, is that they don't need him to beat the Titans. If like Christian McCaffrey missing this game costs them a chance to win, like they're not a Super Bowl team anyway. So get well, Christian McCaffrey. You have Brian Robinson, who is more than capable of carrying the load. I'm sorry. I need a partner here because I've been drinking. Oh man, I spent a lot of money at the bar. Also, I played some slots, which is just never a good idea. They're fun though when you do it. Jason says, "What did I miss at the bar?" Not much, man. It's the bar I've been going to, local bar for 12 years. It's closing down in 2 weeks. So trying to get my my appearances in, and I'm gonna miss it. So it was my place. That's I'll show you that. This is the video, the current bar where they allowed me to chug a beer with my shirt off. So obviously I'm a regular, beyond a regular, practically own the place.
Here you go.
I wonder what would happen if I just tried doing that in a random bar, just shirtless, chugging a beer. Probably get kicked out, but fuck that. You know what? It's America. This is America. This is America, Jason. Ray should be here shortly. Meat Sweat should be here shortly. I'll answer a couple of your questions until he gets here. Bandit says fired up for Lions Rams tomorrow. That's a big game. Playoff implication wise, also double revenge game, right? Double narrative. You have Jared Goff versus Matt Stafford. It should be a big game, almost a must win for the Lions and must win for the Rams. If the Rams want that 1 seed, next week they have the Seahawks, and also you have the Niners kind of barking up that division. So big game for both teams. Should be a shootout, inside game. I think the biggest thing to pay attention to that game is, can the Lions beat up offensive line neutralize or at least keep the Rams pass rush at bay? Because if that happens, I kind of do like the Lions' chances. If it doesn't happen, the Lions are going to get blown out. So we have to really, really pay attention to that. Sven says, started Bucky. Pick between Judkins, RJ, Genty. It's Judkins, bro. There is no Dylan Sampson. There is no Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford's out for the year. No Dylan Sampson. So, Judkins is going to get a healthy workload and also play all the receiving down snaps. We want to we're not going to talk to Sampson.
I want to talk to Sampson. Fly me to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram.
Jason said, Ubering home stat. Need to know what happened. What do you mean? Jason, you talking about with me at the bar, in NFL news? Because there wasn't much. I mentioned the Christian McCaffrey thing. So let me know what you mean by that. And Jason, this should be prime Jason tonight, because if Jason's Ubering home from the bar, now Jason is a professional drinker, but also a very respectful and very responsible individual. So I respect you Ubering home. I drove home from the bar, but the bar is literally 3 blocks away. So it's also 0 degrees here. We're going to get into all the weather games. There's a lot of weather implications this week. Now, it's not so much precipitation. It's sub-zero temperatures. I'm in Chicago. That Bears-Browns game, going to be insane. It is that cold that hits you right away. It hits you, bro. So we'll have to pay attention on that one and just kind of the fantasy implications. So Even it's PPR, Sven, I'm going Judkins. I think I would go Genty over RJ Harvey. So if you want to pick two, if you have a flex spot, I would go Judkins and Genty there, getting all the work. I'm not starting RJ Harvey in that game. Pretty tough game against the Packers. So good old Meat Sweats. What's going on, buddy? What do you got? What happened? Cut yourself cooking?
Yeah. So sorry, I had to. That's my bad.
What were you cooking?
Well, I couldn't finish, so I just.
Oh, Jesus!
I was trying, but
Ray eats later than anyone in the world. Well, hey, real quick, we'll wait a little bit. We're gonna get to your segment about your food. Yeah, there was. It's funny story, man. One of the first live streams, I think it might have been the first one I had Storey on. I lived all my drafts, but like once I got my computer, I could actually have guests on. And I cut my that's bad. Mine was way worse. I almost sliced off my thumb, bro, cutting a fucking lime. Like it was during a break, so I played a clip or whatever and went to cut more limes. And dude, it was bad. And like I couldn't find the fucking Band-Aids.
What I'm getting at is that the level of drunk that I'm on compared to the level of drunk you were on is not even close.
So you did it sober, you're saying?
Well, ish.
Yeah, sober-ish. Yeah, I was drunk. But what happens when you're drunk, you bleed more. So I couldn't find Band-Aids. So the whole show, I could pull it up and give you a clip. I'm just sucking on my thumb. Rob, also I have Puka, Michael Wilson, Brian Thomas, Adunze. I've been riding Wilson. Has a tough matchup. Please help. Just playing two wide receivers, not PPR. Michael Wilson and Puka. So no, unless you're saying Puka, let's give him two besides Puka. So it's Wilson and it's Brian Thomas.
Yeah, 100%.
Not Adunze. I'm not fucking with Adunze.
No, I mean, who knows if he's playing?
Do you think Adunze's even playing? There you go. We don't even know if he's playing.
Well, and here's the thing. If he does play, dude, he has a fractured fucking foot. Like, they'll just use him as a decoy. He ain't getting the ball. So, like, honestly, they're smart. He ain't playing.
5 degrees. Like, you want to play an injured guy.
I'm saying, if he's smart, if they're smart, which I think Ben Johnson is, he ain't playing. They're just using this as a smoke screen up into the game.
Man, they're sitting down. Yeah, man. A lot of good memories just in general, but also I will say, now you might call this blasphemous, Ray, or some of you guys. I was, as you know, Ray, one of the biggest Cubs fans that there was. I used to go to 10 or 15 Cubs games a year for 10 years. Used to watch every game, tape every game. I've been renowned for 3 years, but I actually watched Game 7 of the World Series at my spot in that bar. So, like, that memory alone, again, regardless of what my current status, it was with MLB and baseball. Very soft spot there because I earned that championship as a fan. I know that sounds crazy, but like I was J Bob and Jason and
you what the Cubs. So what were you talking about? Like the Cubs are just done because they don't care? Is that what you're getting at?
No, I renounced the Cubs because of Tom Ricketts being a cheap bastard and then charging us for a bunch of shit and it's so expensive and they sold their players. Like, fuck that. I ain't on board.
Getting rid of the players when they did was right. The only player it wasn't was Schwarber. Every other player was correct. Schwarber was the only guy.
Rizzo was borderline. No, Rizzo was borderline.
Borderline. I'll give it. Every other guy though. Yeah. There was four guys. The main core.
You're right. It was right what they did, but it was how they did it, and the message they sent to us was just bullshit. And then the whole Marquee Network, and then the price. Dude, fuck.
Oh no, it's much worse now.
Money grubbing fucking assholes.
Well, dude, here's the thing, real quick. They didn't want to keep Schwarber for $7 or $8 million a year originally. And then he just re-signed with the Phillies 4 years, $155 million. Come on. Like, he's a fucking Cub. But the worst thing is he'll go in the Hall of Fame and he'll go into the Philly. And that will be, and all of us as Cubs fans can blame Ricketts, like you said.
Kyle Schwarber came back when he shouldn't have with a torn ACL and helped us win the World Series. Unique, what's going on, brother? Big Dog, am I crazy to sit Breece Hall and start Chris Rodriguez? Yes. In full PPR, you're 100% crazy. If it was standard, if you told me this was a standard league, I might be on board with that. Now, Chris Rodriguez has an injury of his own. So Breece Hall's injury is way less significant because they already said he's a full go. He's ready to go. We still are uncertain about Chris Rodriguez. So, like, that's a no for me, dog. Another question is, if Chris doesn't play, who takes a starting role? That's JCM. McNichols is literally a third down back. Now, I wouldn't start JCM with any sort of confidence, but that would be the answer there is JCM. I don't want anything to do with that Washington backfield or that Washington team outside of McLaurin.
Real quick.
Breece Hall, dude, he's really low. Breece Hall is a top 15 running back, dude.
Well, no, that's
the
why
volume and the talent.
I just wanted to ask you because I have a coworker who I've told him to fucking watch us, and he's an idiot. But there's a stupid question by him. I just want to make sure it was stupid. He has Breece Hall. He's pissed off with him last week. And he's like, should I start Kareem Hunt, Tony Pollard, or Alec Pierce over him? And I'm like, no, don't even fucking be fucking kidding with that.
Rob, J. Moore, we got you, boys. We're going to keep it nice. No negativity. We don't have negative. That's a one-off, guys. Don't worry. We had a guy in the chat got the best of us, and we know better than that. So it was a valid discussion, but
even so, Rob's one of my best friends. Like,
yeah, we have this all the time. Where like there's been many nights where we used to record in person, right? Me and Ray and everyone else, Storey, Nico, all of them. And it was and I want to apologize to my wife. I can handle it. Or, I you know who I am. I'm a passionate dude, but I keep my cool very well. And Ray is very passionate, which I appreciate. Where the night ends with just the dumbest things ever. It's usually none of the dumbest conversations, but wormhole conversations, and I don't want to get into the topics, but where it becomes a heated conversation. And you know what? I also love you for your passion, Ray. And like you don't change who you are. That's all I gotta say. Don't change.
I just want everybody to understand, though, when Rob and I have known each other for 20 years now. So when those type of things happen, I am the full. I'll admit, like I was wrong in doing so, but nonetheless, everybody needs to understand. You guys, I mean, that's why you don't understand that you're saying that, and I get that. So I'm sorry, but me and Rob, this is just a very long-term friendship that just like any friendship, you have arguments. So
I think the bottom line is what you're trying to say, Ray, is the NFL is not rigged. Rob says Puka is my one. I need to choose between Wilson, Brian Thomas, half PPO. It's Wilson, bro. And I love
Wilson
Brian
until
Thomas.
Further notice.
You're gonna get into my bets here in a little bit. And Brian Thomas is one of my bets. And spoiler alert, Brian Thomas, which I thought's a crazy line. What do you think Brian Thomas receiving yards at? Right now, you're going to know it's kind of low because I'm betting
I would have guessed 42
against the Jets, 43.5.
Wow, so I was close.
Michael Wilson is at 60.
By the way, I would have won prices right on that guess.
I will say this: I do believe Brian Thomas may. Now I say may because the matchup may have higher upside. Because who's more likely to have like 120 and 2 touchdowns if they want to go that route against the Jets? But like, who's more likely to get 12 targets? Like, I know it's Michael Wilson. Like, it's not about more likely. Like, I'm very sure Michael Wilson's getting 10 targets in this game. Now, 10 targets might be 5.
Michael Wilson doesn't have Devontae Adams on his team. Boom.
No, Brian Thomas doesn't either.
Whatever. Sorry, my bad.
Brian Thomas has a possible game script where they only throw the ball 19 times. That's the like negative Brian. And it's also Brian Thomas who's been awful all year.
By the way, I just happened to it's right in the middle of Django Unchained. And this is when Calvin Candy's getting off to go his man who went up into the tree.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Like, oh,
the dog scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
it's a French name because that's what it was. Because whatever it was. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go on, moving on.
D'Artagnan? Was it D'Artagnan?
D'Artagnan, that's what it was.
D'Artagnan.
Yes,
yeah, we did Django on the pod, so my memory is next level. I've had about 14 drinks. Anyway, Tron Force, if I make it to the next round, I'll have Dart versus Vikings. Would you drop Emmanuel Wilson or Corum to grab Love, who plays the Bears next week? No. I'm not. That's a lateral move, man. And I'm not fucking with any of that, bro, because if anything, just drop Dart at that point, because Emmanuel Wilson, Josh Jacobs is clearly beat up. And Blake Corum's in a 50-50 timeshare. If anything happens to Kyron Williams, Blake Corum's a top 5 running back. Yes, I said it. Top 5, Ray.
Well, that's why I have him in 3 of my 4 leagues. Just real quick, dude. Brainerd. He's been texting me. I'll make this as quick as possible. He's just like I said, he's still worried because I told him he's Jackson Dart and Goff. It's a 6 passing touchdown league. And then he's also worried about his tight end, which would be either I think it was Theo Johnson, Tyler Warren. Those are the main 2. And I told him Jackson Dart, even with the 6 passing touchdown, because he said he's worried about a 300 passing yard bonus. Goff has thrown 300 yards 3 times this year. And I told him, like, do you really think that Goff is about to go on the road to LA Rams and throw for his 4th 300-yard game? It could happen, but the fact he's only done it 3 times, and now you're going to say it's going to happen this time against that team on the road. So I'm just curious. What your thoughts on that would
be. In his league, I'd start Jared Goff because there's points per completion, 0.1 per completion. It's 6 for a passing touchdown.
See, he didn't tell me these things. That's let's see. That's why I'm asking you.
I played in that league for 12 years and I got kicked out.
No, I know. So your answer would be Goff and Warren.
In every other league, I would play Jackson Dart over Jared Goff. In this specific pocket passing quarterback league,
right?
I'm playing the pocket passer, and then Tyler Warren versus Theo Johnson. There's this half PPR, so I'd probably play Theo Johnson. And here's the crazy thing. We're gonna get into all this real quick. Let me get to a couple more questions, and we're gonna get to Theo Johnson versus Tyler Warren because I have some notes on that I want to talk about. Jason says ETA 10 minutes to get to my house. Can join the stream if needed. A great mediator. You are a great mediator. Unfortunately, my stupid streaming app, as Ray knows, if I don't invite you before, I can't get you in the stream. I have to recreate a whole new stream, and I'm trying to work on. I emailed the people if there's a way I could upgrade to do that, and there's like no way. And like I guess I could just send an email to every one of the guests, but then I'd have like 10 people in here. So Jason, you know what the nice thing is, Jason? Tropic Thunder, baby. Tropic Thunder. That's gonna be one of the first movies we do with Jason, with Big Ray and Storey. I'm gonna be the host, and be you 3, and I'm gonna kind of just I like the movie, but not as much as you guys. I'll be kind of mediating you guys.
Simple Jack, the story of a mentally impaired farmhand who can talk to animals, was a box office disaster that many critics called one of the worst movies of all time.
Got a good brain.
I think you've got a fine brain, Jack.
You make me happy.
But now the question is, can Speed...
So here's what I just got out of that. It's going to be Simple Ray with Simple Jason with Nick with the Story.
Yeah, Story's he's the main. Yeah, he's essentially.
So Jason, I'm not
Matthew
making fun.
He's Matthew McConaughey's
character. I'm equally making fun of myself. So don't worry.
I love all right, Jason. Real quick, we'll get to so you talked about Tyler Warren. So real quick, Tyler Warren. I had the decision of Tyler Warren over Harold Fannin in a PPR league, and I had Tyler Warren in there, and I spoke highly about the Tyler Warren situation because the tush push, maybe some wildcat snaps, but looking at Vegas, which I always go on Vegas over like Fantasy Pros. Tyler Warren's receiving numbers at 33.5 yards. Harold Fannin's at 52. So like in the touchdown, like Tyler Warren's plus 365 anytime touchdown, and Harold Fannin's plus 260.
Do you by chance know
that
what
alone
were? Randomly?
Theo's at 32 and a half. 32 and a, trust me, I know all the props.
No, I know. So 32 and a half and 33. So they're basically even. And so
Theo has much more of a chance for a touchdown in my mind.
So I'm saying if
I go Theo over Tyler Warren and half PPR.
You say you're Dave, you're going Goff and Theo?
Yeah. In full PPR, I'd go Tyler Warren over Theo. Just because I want 5 for 40.
You want that?
And
neither of them. Are you a firm believer that with this dad bod coming in, and I love Phil Rivers, but this is fucking crazy. He hasn't been hit in 3 years, dude. You know that there's gonna be some corner blitz that they're just gonna fucking try to kill him. My point is,
this old guy, Sid.
He's already achieved so much, and yet he's still goal-oriented and still focused. And he has a 5-year plan.
What is it? Don't die?
Son, you don't think things through.
Hey, old man River, zip it or I'll break your hip.
I'd like to see you try it.
Shut up.
I know you're gonna be missing me when you got that big, white, wrinkly body on top of you with his loose skin and old balls. Gross.
Loose skin, old balls, gross.
Real quick, thank you, Jay Moore. He said you should have way more subs than the counselor. Now, counselor's been doing it longer than me. I've been doing 5 years, but not the streams. The counselor is not capable of doing streams because you have to have actual football knowledge and answer questions on the fly and know all the things I'm talking about, like what player props are at. He is just into the trolling business. And if he has no anyone that knows ball,
not at this stage. Also, at this stage
why would you? No, he actually used to kind of know what he's saying, but like, why would you ever listen to a guy that doesn't know what he's talking about? Like, he's not making it. He's losing you money on his bets. I guarantee it. And also his player picks. So if what I like here is that the people watching this show is currently there's like 60 or 70 you guys and 30 in the Patreon. By the way, Jay Moore, you guys, if you're not in the Patreon, get in now because it will go up, and I want to get you guys help me maintain this shit 7 days a week.
Help us help you.
I'm gonna make your money. I'm gonna make money for you guys. But like all those people are leaving him, I'm sure now. So that's why he's like hardcore trolling because he has all the shit monetized. I am monetized. I don't have ads on these streams because I don't want the $4 from the stream. I don't want to have your experience worse. What the advertise that one fell through. That was a bad company. I'm talking about like YouTube ads. I don't want YouTube ads on here.
No, right,
because it's not worth it.
No.
So what we were talking about? What were we talking about? We're talking about something.
I don't know, Rob. It says that you should have more subs than Council right now. And what I was trying to say is that we are in the beginning stages of where he was. I think from what I heard, I think he started really getting hardcore into this, and like I think he said like 2015, 16ish.
Yeah, it's been like 9 or 10 years for him.
Right. So I'm just saying, like,
and
we've really gone into this full blown last year, but the podcast has been around for a little while. With
I stopped working, and I've always played 25 leagues. So like the point is, that dude doesn't watch football. Like maybe he watches football, but like I live football. I've been playing 25 leagues for 10 years. Like I was telling on the stream last night, I have played more fantasy football than 10 lifetimes worth of fantasy football. Money leagues, $250 leagues. Like I throw in $8,000 a year, and like I'm just telling you guys what I would do with my money, which is what I wanted to do with all you guys. And what's up, Ray?
I just want to say that. So I want everybody to take what Rob is saying straight to heart. Like actually, like this is why this is a better podcast to watch, because I can't remember what it was. Some mainstream, it was a podcast, but it was like from some mainstream, like so CBS, ESPN, something like that. It was some, I can't remember exactly who it was. It wasn't someone who I knew. Well, their point is that like what you're saying is that basically there's so much to be like, there's so much to have. Like, but my point is like mainstream media is like they just go based off of what the year is before. You know what I mean? They don't do their own research. They just like regurgitate what the
or waivers. Before. They give you the guys. Okay, after Michael Wilson a big blow up week, like, dude, you got to pick up Michael Wilson.
But you told that 2 weeks ago
because you already own them. You already own them.
Correct.
You're a week ahead of time. Jay says I decided to start Hendo over Chase Brown and New Orleans over Detroit defense standard scoring. New Orleans over Detroit for sure.
Right.
I'm not starting a defense to beat up against Matt Stafford. Hendo over Chase Brown. Hendo's got the upside for sure.
Do we remember if is he a full PPR? I can't remember. Because if it's full PPR,
his is standard.
His standard?
His is standard, which I like Hendo over him.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, I'm with you. Yep.
And that's the upside. It's the upside.
Right, but good call.
Rome is leaning towards playing, but here's the thing: is like, what's the snap share? The weather. We're living it right now, boys. I just went to the bar. It's -5 degrees.
Jim Moore, did you not hear what I said? Literally the first thing I said when we came on here. The guy, if he's gonna play, there's only one thing that's gonna happen. He's going to be a distraction. That's all they're gonna use him as.
And he's kind of been a distraction even when he was healthy the last couple of weeks with these 2 for 8 stat lines. Tron, I currently have Nico and Olave as my wide receivers and McLaurin in my flex. PPR, should I play one of these other options? Devonta Smith, Debo, Jalen Warren, Gainwell, Corum. We talked about this one. The only one I would consider playing is Devonta Smith. And that's be over McLaurin. I'm not benching Nico or Olave. Those guys are setting your lineup. So it comes down to, I know Storey was talking about Jalen Warren. I don't want to timeshare running back in a game where Miami's run defense has actually been really stout.
Well, dude, in general,
give me Devonta Smith over McLaurin, right? Upside.
Well, 100%. And on top of it, Rob, like, let's be real. Like, have you actually ever believed in Jalen Warren? Like, there's a reason that they gave him the opportunity, and he will not be the leading running back next year. I'm just saying that.
Even as currently constructed, Kenneth Gainwell, nice little player. So is Jalen Warren. The point is, he is losing snaps to Kenneth Gainwell. That's not bringing endorsement on a dude. Like, if he can't win out. Now, the thing is, Jalen Warren's just not a 3-down back. He doesn't have the body type. He has impressed me this year. And I don't know if you saw his training routine on the beach. Like, dude's a monster. He is a pound for pound a good player. But like Jalen Warren, it's also, are you putting your faith in the Steelers offense? And Storey said this, and I was like, dude, We saw last week Steelers offense, Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf was their top 2 week they had all year, besides the week 1 against the Jets, right? But what about the other 12 weeks we've seen? It's not been good. Aaron Rodgers still has that injury with his left hand. So I'm not going to fuck with a timeshare running back over Devonta Smith against the Raiders, and definitely not over Terry McLaurin.
I got one beef to pick with you, though, when you were on with Storey the other day. How the fuck dare you even speak in the same breath that Bijan Robinson and Bo Jackson are the same athlete? Close.
I didn't say that. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. I said he was talking about Matt Forte. I said that Matt Forte is a good player. Was a good player. Okay. I said Bijan is. I said okay. I said Bijan's closer to Bo Jackson than Matt Forte. That's a fact.
Okay, that
right?
is fair.
He's right. He's probably right in the middle. He's probably right in the middle of those two.
No, yeah. I mean, Forte is the receiving side with someone like a decent amount of athleticism, but not just the sheer strength. Bijan's right in the middle of that. No, I'm saying no, he is. I'm saying Bijan's right in that middle of having sheer strength with the athleticism and the catching, and then Bo's just fucking.
I'm telling you, I think he is a lot closer to Bo Jackson than Matt Forte.
That argument. If that's the argument, that's not an argument. You're right about that.
Yeah, I wasn't comparing him. It was I was comparing him to Bo Jackson compared to Matt Forte. Like, I'm not comparing him to Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson's a top 3 athlete. He's not. It wasn't the best running back because he didn't have. He didn't play a lot of running back. But athlete, Bo Jackson's probably he's Tiger Woods level at his craft.
No, I think he's a top 3 athlete
Michael Jordan
of all time.
There's a couple guys you can name, and Bo Jackson's in that statement.
Correct.
Unique, full PPR, Hurts or Darts. I'm going Hurts. What's the quarterback score? Either they're both scramblers. I'm going Jalen Hurts.
It's Hurts. It's just don't. Either you're in the playoffs or you're in a 10-man league and you're in the last week of the, going into the playoffs. Do not get cute if you're in the playoffs. Please, for the love of God. I know you might call, you very well, you might lose and come back and ray us. That's fine. But Jalen Hurts has way more experience, a better team, and everything than Hurts has, or than Dart has going right now.
Here's the upside, right? Is they're actively trying to stop Jackson Dart from scrambling.
Right.
Because of the concussions, right? And that their season's over. This is a must-win game for the Eagles. And the tush push has not been working. They haven't been doing it, but I'm pretty sure if you would have asked me who has a better chance of 2 rushing touchdowns, it is clear. Can you stop him from barking? It's clearly Jalen Hurts. Come on, it's Jalen Hurts. He's been hearing the noise. The noise has been bad. It's Jalen Hurts.
I wouldn't say it's as clear as you would admit, because here's the thing. Saquon's been turning it on lately. In the last 3 weeks, he's been turning it on. He's honestly been looking more old school from last year. When I say old school, last year, but more looking like last year version of Bijan. I'm sorry, than of Saquon. And I'm just saying that the Giants don't have a running game right now. Without Scatterbo, that leaves it wide open for Jackson Dart to be that guy to get those rushing touchdowns. Because right now they got Singletary and Tracy Jr. So
Singletary, I love it. Jason, I don't know. I'm not going. I start your studs. Jalen Hurts has been bad. He's been bad, but I'm not going to
No, I'm with you. I'm just
my answer off 6 bad weeks, right?
No, I'm with you. I said what I said. Don't get cute with it. I'm just giving the other option of.
And again, I think Jalen Hurts sucks. I think he sucks.
I do too. Sorry, J. Bob. I'll never speak of him top 3 again.
Fantasy and real life are 2 different things. That's the end of the. Jason says, just got back home, boys. About to break out the bass. Jason, I still haven't sent you any jams. You guys send me some of your bass. I'm a drummer. So we would match very, very well. That's it. There are 3 more questions, and I got a couple things I want to talk about. I want to get to my bets. I also want to talk about the weather games because this might be a really rough week for weather.
It's going to be at least a few games.
Jay Moore, just go to the link in the description, man, is the Patreon, and then or just go to professionalfanatics.com and all the details are in there. And then once you join, I'll shoot you over an email with the invite. Appreciate you, man. And it's there's 64 people in there now, so it's
professionalfanatics.com is the easiest way because you beautifully have the website set up in the Patreon. It says join Patreon, right? One of the first things you see.
So there's 64 of us in there. It's this chat. It's this show 24/7. And again, we don't stop after football. We have a whole NFL draft stuff coming up for about a month or 2. And we also have movies, open bar. We're going to do a show, me, Ray, Storey. We're just going to do 4 shows a week in the off season. Also, still a football show every week. I don't want to do like 3 football shows a week because that's just like fake content. Like we'll cover everything that needs to be covered every week. We have a lot more stuff to talk about. The entertainment doesn't stop here. Michael, I have a bye week. I'm going to get Bigsby in case Barkley goes down. Do I drop Corum or Kincaid? My 10-1 is Kittle. I would drop Kincaid if you're going to do that.
And if you're going to do it,
Corum.
yes. I might just sit.
I
sit
would just
tight.
hold pat because do we even know Bigsby? Would you be comfortable starting Bigsby week 16 if Saquon tears his ACL?
You damn well
Will
know they'll
Shipley's
bring
still
somebody
there.
else.
AJ Dillon's still there. Tank Bigsby's
AJ
probably
Dillon
at
is there?
50%.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
he might be hurt, but no, he actually played this year. He was playing pretty good.
Oh, you're right. Oh no, you're right.
Rob, your shirt is that Jason and Michael Myers. Yeah, bro. This is they're chilling. My wife got me this for Christmas and she gave it to me early. They're at a campfire, so it's like almost like a holiday shirt.
Is that like
It's
a thin
Michael
sweater,
Myers and Jason, bro?
Thin sweater, like a thin sweater.
No, it's just a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt. It looks thick.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool, dude.
Yeah, I'm a big horror fan, and obviously
You're-
my boy Michael Myers.
Michael
Myers would destroy Jason, by the way.
You're probably my best friend that is the biggest horror friend or horror fan.
And Jason, by the way, this Jason would probably beat up Michael Myers because the beard alone makes you have superpowers. So we all know that one. By the way, Ray, you drinking that? We owe a chug.
Jason's a Florida creature, and I don't think that the Jason Voorhees was from Florida, so he'll be mean a whole new beast. I love you, Jason.
We owe a chug, bro. So we owe a chug.
Hold on.
Where are we at in the chat here? Strange Parkinson.
My bag of tricks, Rob.
He said Parkinson's. So like Kobe Parkinson has Parkinson's disease. Strange Parkinson or Juwan Johnson. If it's full PPR, I think I'm gonna go Juwan Johnson. If it's half PPR, I'm gonna go Parkinson.
I would actually go Juwan Johnson, full PPR, and Strange. Strange is I think he very well might be an underrated if like you had struggles at tight end for your team and you're able to pick up Ben Strange. I think that he might be a sneaky good, when I say this, like a lower end tight end one. So I'm saying like if you had Mark Andrews and you're able to pick up Ben Strange, you know what I mean? Like, and that tight end position was your like weakest position. All of a sudden, I'm saying it gets bumped up a little bit. Now for you, Rob, you like I asked you for my high school league, you told me Fannin, and well,
yeah, Fannin over all these guys. I like Juwan Johnson has the highest floor. Parkinson has been consistent with the touchdowns, and Strange is the X factor, man. And I don't know.
Touchdowns is a hard thing to continue to keep up. That's the only thing I would say.
I get it. I'm still going Juwan Johnson full PPR. Strange has the combo of the touchdown upside of Parkinson because the matchup and some PPR value. But I'm going
Juwan Johnson all day on this, man.
Yeah. Okay. Why is Gesicki only 4% rostered, 1% start? The numbers, he hasn't played all year. The numbers haven't been great. But we all know T. Higgins is out, and what he do when T. Higgins is out? He crushes ass. So he's not a must start. I think I would still start. I would start him over Strange. I would start him over Brenton Strange. Okay. But I would start Juwan Johnson over him, and Parkinson and Gesicki are close.
I would, yeah, I would agree with that.
JD, what's up? What's going on, buddy? If
what up, brother?
Jacobs is out, do I start Wilson or
Jacobs
Emmanuel Wilson?
Adam Schefter.
Emmanuel Wilson.
Playing. I'm saying Adam Schefter.
Yeah, he's probably playing. I'm just saying if for some reason he's out. Also, Wilson popped up with an injury as well. But Wilson's a must start. Wilson's a must start if Jacobs is out, but it's Dowdle is fine, but it's Josh Jacobs. We're not fucking with that.
Right.
I feel like the Bengals never use tight ends. No, they don't. Noah Fant had some decent weeks. They don't, but that's because when they have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase healthy, they don't currently. And T. Higgins is actually officially ruled out. So, Jonathan, I know we've talked about it already. Only reason I'm nervous about starting Brees over Brian Thomas in full PPR is look at the recent target/receiving numbers for Hall, who has a better chance of 14 plus PPR points. Now, that was typically with Tyrod Taylor, and Tyrod Taylor has the elite. It's not elite. It's actually opposite of elite for running backs. He's a mobile quarterback that throws deep, almost like Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson checked the ball down. Tyrod Taylor does not check the ball down. He is either going to throw downfield or he's going to pull the ball down and throw it or throw to the tight end. So that was more of a, and then Justin Fields was the other guy who does the same thing. Brady Cook does none of those things. He actually does nothing. But I think he's gonna, and we're gonna get to my bets in a little bit. Breece Hall, 11.5 receiving yards over that. Smash that number, brother. Breece Hall is 2 years removed from leading the NFL in running backs receiving yards, or it was receptions, I believe, with like 72 receptions. You're giving me a stank face.
It looks like I have a mustache.
I'm sorry. I know I get that Brian Thomas has more upside than Breece Hall, but like Breece Hall is going to touch the ball about 19 times in this game. Now it might be 19 touches for 64 yards, but let's say there's a pass interference who's getting the goal line work. Like I'm not getting away from Breece Hall, and I'm not even the biggest Breece Hall guy. I only have him in 2 leagues, and one of them I have a bye, but I'm starting him in the other league as a must start.
I just have a real quick question for you. So, do you know who has the lowest interception percentage in NFL history? It's a
Tyreek
current
Hill.
quarterback. Tyra? No, it's Jacoby Brissett, 1.3%.
No shit. Even with this year chucking the ball
in
that's insane.
history, dude. Yes. How fucking crazy, dude.
Hey,
like
I always kind of liked Jacoby Brissett. He was fine with the Colts. He was just bad with the Patriots that year.
But I'm saying they talked about it on the radio today, and like they said they're like, give me one quick second.
You ready?
Give me 20 seconds. But like they said on the radio, they're like the guy because the guy asked the question, and they were like, I don't know, just say it. And they're like, they said Jacoby Brissett. And they're like, I could have told you 1,000 quarterbacks. I never would have guessed Jacoby Brissett.
No, you know what, Ray? They don't tell us everything.
Good, tell me everything. Okay, they were both here. They were both inside me. Eduardo was in my mouth and Luther was in my butt.
Oh my God, no, don't tell me everything. What? No, what?
Damn it, Bonnie.
Eduardo who?
Sanchez.
Holy shit, tell us more.
Then Luther went in Eduardo's butt for a while.
Tell us less. Tell us less.
Then they both completed on each other. I was left out of the finale.
They both completed on each other. Tell me less. Tell me less. Now I'm ready.
Oh,
After
that's
that
such a
great-
random sunny clip, but like we fucking
so
love
good,
it.
dude.
Like Luther.
No, dude. That is a very, very underrated, goated like situation of Matt and Charlie and their moms together. When they're with the four of them,
Yeah.
when the
Oh,
four of
yeah.
them are together,
Damn it,
it's very
like
it's a very low percentage of that show. But every time the four of them are together, oh my gosh.
Madness. All right, a couple more comments. We're gonna get to our intro. Chug our beer here. Let's chug here. Would you start Michael? Go ahead and chug yours. Would you start Michael Wilson and PPR over Rice, Chase Brown, or neither for this week? Here you might sound. This might be blasphemous because I'm the biggest Michael Wilson fan in the world.
Just say asshole.
I'm still starting Rasheed Rice over Michael Wilson.
Okay, thank you.
That's the first time I think on the show I've ever had a Michael Wilson comment.
That's why I said what I said.
Gone
I could have swore I would have bet my life. You'd be like, I hate to be blasphemous, but I'm going to start Michael Wilson over Rice.
And we're gonna get to my bets in a second. And Rasheed
Rob,
Rice has 8 higher yards than
just real
than
quick.
Wilson.
The easiest thing to say after you'll be able to answer: how fucked up is it that prior to this season, going into the year, there's anybody watching and all of us drafting, maybe not you, I'm not talking about you yourself, but in general, the rest of us looked at it. It's like, oh, Rasheed Rice, he's going to be suspended 6 weeks. I'll use a later round pick on him. Not super late, but I'll secure him. And then either I'll draft Michael Wilson very late, like 10 to 15 pick late, round, or free agent. And to think that we're even talking about this is fucking insanity. But it's not that insane, which is that much crazier.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate the kind words, man. I mean, the numbers are real. I post every single thing I do. And I also stand by my wrong takes. I don't yell or ban someone for saying when I was wrong, as long as they're like not trolling and saying bullshit. I have a decent football memory, so if I say something, I know why I said it. And we're not going to be right. We're weathermen, man. Like, let's be honest. Like, you guys make your own decisions, but that's why this show is Beyond the Box Score. We don't tell you yes or no, black or white. We tell you what our answer would be, what we would do with our team, and why you should do it. And then it's up to you to we're putting the ball in your court. CK, am I crazy for putting all my eggs in one basket in Seattle? Darnold, Sharps, Myers, and Seattle's defense. No, because this matchup. Now, I want to talk to you real quick about old man Phillip Rivers, and this is going to tie into your question, CK. So what do you think?
Man Rivers.
What do you think? What do you think that his passing over under for yards is at this week, Ray? Phillip Rivers passing yards over under against that
100.
Seattle defense. So obviously, real quick, well, 100's just insanely no. It's
Okay,
higher
so
than that.
well, that's all. Okay, I don't know. So then
It's 150. It's 150, which even Justin Fields was like around that number.
Honestly, my next guess would have been 150. So that's still.
So Seattle's defense and Myers must start. Those two.
Yes.
Darnold, I really like. Now I have a league where it's 6 for a passing touchdown with passing bonuses. I'm starting Purdy over Darnold, just because Tennessee and I need some upside, and that's a close one for me. They're both top 10,
Not
top 12
super
guys.
flex.
No, I don't have a quarterback. It's my quarterback's rough. I don't know who I think I've drafted Justin Fields. Charbonnet is the X factor. So who do you have, CK, besides Charbonnet? Now, if it's half PPR or standard, I like Charbonnet. I feel like he scores a touchdown this week, but he might only have 10 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown, which is fine in standard. Is it great in full PPR? No, because he might only have 1 or 2 catches. So let us know who you have outside of Charbonnet. But again, if I'm going to put my eggs in one basket, it's going to be this game that might be 35-10. And you're going to get the fucking field. No, 35 wouldn't get you field goals. You know what I'm saying? Myers is the number 2 kicker in the NFL. Like in fantasy, he's number 2, I think. I think it's Aubrey, it's Myers, and then it's Dicker.
Well, the fact that you have a Myers and Seattle defense combo as your because Rob, when I look at these things, when you have a kicker in the special teams, I just look at it as I just look at, like, when I talk to my friends, like you, for instance, I'm like, oh, your special teams is elite, like meaning your defense with your kicker, and like you have the combo of Myers and Seattle D, and going into where we are right now in the year,
it's so good all year, bro. I have that combo in like 8 leagues, and it's just unstoppable. I mean,
well, I'm saying, and honestly, Rob, am I wrong? You can go into any matchup. Honestly, everybody, listen up. You can go to any matchup if you personally have the better kicker and defense. If that's the way your league is set up, you will win that matchup. Probably, in my eyes, 70% of the time, honestly, because most matchups come pretty close. But if you can get, like, if you're a person against you, you're going against gets 5 to 10 points, and you get 25, that's a 15-point difference. To where if you're any other your good players don't perform as well as you like, that wins you win your games a lot more than not.
Real quick, CK could play Chuba, Chris Rodriguez, or Tracy in standard. This is standard, so Sharp's fine.
Standard, yeah.
So,
Sharp
I also want to talk. Let's talk about this next question. We'll get back to your CK because it all ties together. This is why I'm the best host in the world, because I can think of all these things. Jay Moore, let's get some Rico hype in the chat. Feeling optimistic about playing him this week. Fuck Chuba. Rico is the man. Perfect game script for the running game. So I had Hank Mardukas in this very show on Tuesday, who's the biggest Panthers fan in the world. And he's really tied into it. I'm really into Rico. And he was trying to say, and it appeared that Chuba has taken back over the role, right? It's on the surface. The numbers last week was 60 or 59% Chuba and 42% Rico. And then Vegas comes out with their numbers this week. So Chuba is at 57 total yards. Rico's at 77 total yards. Rico has better anytime touchdown numbers. So it's clear that Vegas doesn't get cleaned out. Like you say, I know you say that it's like there's a chance it's rigged.
No,
All I'm
Rob,
telling you is that Rico should not be 20 yards higher. And the better, like, obviously they know something. They would never. That's a really high number for running backs.
That's what I was also getting at.
They would not. They know something we don't know. So Rico's a start over Chuba. So that being said, should we rock Rico over Charbonnet? And I think the answer is yes. Easy. They both have good matchups, right? And they're both like, who's more likely to be the lead back? It's not Charbonnet.
Carolina's at Houston, right? Or I'm sorry, not Houston.
Carolina's at New Orleans. Yeah,
at New Orleans, and then I'm sorry. I knew I think New Orleans. And then who is So no, it's the same. Yeah, so it's the same. Oh yeah, I mean.
I'm going Rico. It's
I guess the fact that
I've changed my tune, man.
Well, but you own.
Spit it out, bro. What do you got?
No, I won't.
He's not spitting it out. He's swallowing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna swallow it.
Okay. We're gonna get.
I'll just say that it seems like the last couple of weeks, Chuba's been the guy, but you're basing off your predictions off of Vegas, but Vegas clearly has an idea. So
no, it's not because Chuba hasn't been the guy. He got it back to a 50-50. And then the last game, he actually outpacked him for one. So it's been a 50-50.
I'm saying I understand. I guess I had a better wording for that, but in my eyes, that makes him more of like they still trust him. They didn't give up on him, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Like, he got injured. He seemed to be like, Rico had those great 3 weeks of 200 and 150-yard game, blah, 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 blah. And like, in reality, you just think that it'd just be Rico and then Chuba gets the passing production, but it doesn't seem like it still really seems like 50-50 for me. But I'm with you. But I'm saying, like, you laid it out for Vegas yards, and that's a 20-yard difference. So that's definitely a lean to Rico.
Sven says go Birds, and you know what? It's been rough, so I'm going to play this clip for you just because it's been rough. It's like a warm blanket over you.
Go Birds, though. Oh, go Birds. All right, fine. Go Birds. Right? Go Birds. Get your hand off my knee.
Go Birds.
All right, we are going to hit you guys with the intro, and then I have a couple of things. We're going to go through every weather game, like not too long. We'll go through the weather games and the kind of the implications there, and then we'll get back to all your questions, guys. Keep on pumping them in. We'll get to all of them. Be patient. If you don't have time to stick around, drop a $2 super chat, get to it right away, and stop what I'm doing. Here's the intro. Back in a second. Did you hear the Marshawn Lloyd news? I know it's like irrelevant for fantasy. It's just hilarious. So Marshawn Lloyd, he already had a calf and hamstring injury, and he's been on IR. So he had multiple injuries on IR. Didn't play more than like 10 snaps last year. And now he has another injury that's not part of the other. He has a calf and whatever. Either way, the guy picked up an injury on the IR. And this is just like this. The career is over for Marshawn Lloyd. I love Marshawn Lloyd coming out of USC. I admit when I'm wrong. I compliment LaShawn McCoy. Dude, no. He can't stay healthy when he's on IR.
No, his career's over with the Packers. Let me rephrase that.
No, it's just over because Kendra Miller was a guy similar to this, and Kendra Miller got a little opportunity this year, and you saw Kendra Miller get hurt again.
Somebody will give him an opportunity.
Healthy. Oh, they'll give him an opportunity, but he'll never be relevant, period. End of story. Never, ever, 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 ever. And the guy can't walk down the street. He can't go. My joke with Marshawn Lloyd before the year was
what if
he can't even walk. He can't even walk down the street.
What do you owe me? Because I'm sticking up for him right now. What do you owe me when he gets a 100-yard game in his career? And when he doesn't, I'll give you whatever you want. How about a Fogo de Chao dinner? How about that?
I got you. Here it is. You ready? You ready? Can't go to his mailbox, and he might.
I'm just trying to get some meat sweats for us. You win or I win. We both get meat sweats in the win.
No, he ain't getting shit. He gone. Also, real quick, Ray, we got to hear what you're gonna make. We got to do our segment. You haven't eaten yet. What do you got? What do you got?
Tacos,
what are you making later? Yeah?
I mean, the meat is already made. It's just sitting on the stove waiting for me to fucking make them, bro.
What kind of meat?
Ground beef, just to be easy.
Oh. All right, let's get to the weather here real quick. I'm going to go through the games. Obviously, the Bears game we said is really cold, like negative temperatures. No precipitation, only 10-mile-an-hour wind, but again, not ideal. Bengals game, 7-mile-an-hour wind, 14-degree temperature, probably feeling like 5 at game time. That's a Ravens game. Ravens-Bengals, not good. Chiefs are 17 degrees again. Super cold at Arrowhead. Not very windy, though. Patriots, 30% chance of precipitation, 30-degree weather. So could possibly a snow game. At Washington at Giants, we have 28-degree weather, cold, 15-mile-an-hour winds, so not exactly ideal. At Eagles, Raiders at Eagles, we have 13-mile-an-hour winds, 28 degrees, another cold game. Jaguars at home, that's nice. Texans at home, dome. Broncos at home, 62 degrees and clear. That's really nice. Rams home, dome. Saints home, dome. Niners home, 54 degrees. 50% chance of rain, 60% chance of rain at Seattle. That's that Colts game. That's Old Man Rivers over there. And that's really it. And then also Monday Night Football Steelers is looking like 10 degrees with Tua. So a lot of cold weather games, gentlemen. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, there's too many cold weather games to just like favor other games. So pay that attention for kickers as well. And I have this clip I want to play just because I love this goddamn
Come on,
clip.
everybody's learning how. Come on, the weather outside is weather.
I guess
that's an underrated clip. You know what movie that's from?
That is Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Come on, everybody's learning how. Come on, the weather outside is weather.
Yeah, don't you fucking taint Ray's knowledge on that.
All right, we're gonna get to we're gonna have another chug coming up here soon. We need 4 more.
Hey, real quick
chug.
though, I just want to say one quick thing. You made a big thing about this weather shit. That is a thing. It really is. That's why you're making a point. But I want everybody to understand, just because there's bad weather, like aka like the cold, doesn't mean that like run away from fantasy options. It's just be aware of things. Because if you just think, my point is that if you just hear us saying, oh, it's bad weather at this game for this particular players, and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to not start. I'm just saying, this is
tiebreaker. The tiebreaker at best.
But there are people who may just take it differently. So I'm just throwing it down.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. All right, we're getting to my bets here. I have a lot. This is the biggest slate I've had on Sunday. 71-38, boys.
How many bets you got here?
I have 1, 2, 3. I have 8 bets on Sunday and then 9 total. 8 on Sunday and then 1 on Sunday Night Football.
I'm putting $10 on each.
Good. All right, DJ Moore over 28.5 receiving yards. This is a cold weather game. Really low number. I was assuming Adunze wasn't going to play when I placed this bet. But even if he does play, 28.5 seems super low. Brian Thomas Jr. over 43.5 receiving yards. These are the last 2 I added, both in the same game. Brian Thomas over 43.5, and then Breece Hall over 11.5. That's probably my bet of the week, bro. That's insanely low. But I love Brian Thomas. They work really well together. Always bet these individual, by the way. Parlay them for small amounts, but individual. Rashee Rice over 63.5 receiving yards. Must-win game for the Chiefs. Ricky Pearsall off a bye, finally healthy, playing 90% of the snaps, 31.5 receiving yards against the Titans. Lamar Jackson, this has been hitting for us the last 2 weeks we hit on this one. It's slowly gone up from 24 to 27. Now it's at 31.5 against the Bengals. I feel like he's going to be running. They need to win this game. His passing ain't working. Drake made 20-plus rushing yards, so it's 19.5 essentially. But go to the all. You can't go now. It's at 21.5, but go to the 20-plus. You'll get better odds. 20-plus rushing yards for Drake May. Possible weather there in Buffalo. He has not been running, but this is a game I feel like Drake May, he will run in, right? It's been so they've been running so smoothly. He hasn't had to run, and he had that concussion scare 3 weeks ago. I feel like this is a game Drake May has 40 yards rushing. Kenneth Walker, the tiny dancer, over 58.5 rushing yards. That's now up to 62 yards, but I love this one. And then Sunday Night Football, Justin Jefferson over 57.5 receiving yards. This is now up to 63.5. I still like that number there. They're against the Cowboys. This is just prime spot here. So, Big Ray, I know it's a lot to kind of digest here. Give me your 2 favorites. Give me your 3 favorites and your 2 least favorites. So, first thing that jumps off to your mind, like the 3 that you love, that you really love, that it's like you can't believe the numbers there, the situation's great, the player's good, etc. What do you got for your 3? You can't place them all right now, right? It's going to take too long.
I'm very reluctant to say this because it just seems like it's such an easy get. And when I say this, it's just based on his performance last week, but based on his skill and his performance throughout the year, Breece Hall, 11.5 receiving yards, the over. I personally think that should be a pretty easy get.
That seems like a first quarter win.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like that does seem pretty good.
It's up to 14.5 right now, currently. It went up 3 yards already.
But still, all it takes is a couple screens, one just, a little swing, whatever. There's very easy ways to get him 14.5 yards at that point.
Other 2 favorite ones.
Lamar, just because he seems to be getting healthy, and they seem to be purposely having him run the ball more. that like they're making a point to make him run the ball more. So I would do that as well. And then also my third favorite, looking at, because I took a picture, I'm looking at them here. I would say Brian Thomas Jr. over Rashid Rice, 43.5. That's an extra 20 points or 20 yards.
Yeah,
in the difference. So that's why I would go Brian Thomas Jr. What's
your least two?
My least two is DJ Moore, just because, again, favorite team, diehard Bears fan here, but shit's a mystery as to why DJ Moore and Caleb Williams don't have a chemistry together. I don't know, but it's out there. The guy just hasn't been producing. Now, here's the thing, though. Rob makes the bet for a reason. It very well could just be one catch, 30 yards, boom. You know what I mean? Like it's happened. And it happened very recently, 2 weeks ago. It happened.
When I bet it, I also bet it. That's when I bet it, yeah. It was at 32.5 when I bet it, and he got like 60. What's your last least favorite bet?
Last favorite would be...
It's hard because you like them all.
I'll just go Ricky Pearsall, 31.5. And I understand that seems like it could be easy. No, let me retract that. I'll go... So DJ, and I would go Justin Jefferson, dude, just because we haven't seen it. The talent is there.
Right. I get it.
But I'm saying just the fact is Ricky Pearsall is 31.5. Justin Jefferson is 57.5. That's an extra 26 yards. Again, Justin Jefferson is a Hall of Fame talent already. He could retire tomorrow. He could literally just retire by playing tomorrow. He'll be a Hall of Famer. But JJ, I guess everybody, who do you believe in more? JJ McCarthy to Justin Jefferson or Brock Purdy to Ricky Pearsall? If you're looking at those numbers. And to be honest, I would rather believe in Purdy and Pearsall because I've seen it. JJ hasn't really truly consistently shown it with the other JJ, but the other JJ is the best player out of anybody in this whole fucking all of your bets.
Agreed. Shout out to the Patreon members. Thank you guys for keeping the lights on here 7 nights a week. We're on 7 nights a week with 7 different guests. Appreciate you guys. A lot of good perks if you want to join, besides just access to the bets, access to the Discord community fantasy leagues, which is going to start with NFL playoff fantasy once the NFL regular season's over, and then 5 or 6 leagues in 2026. So once we get the funds and we get this thing rolling, I'll be paying for 1 free entry per league for you guys at random. Also, if you want to get all the way up to the professional fanatics tier, you get a guest appearance per month on the podcast. We've had maybe 5 or 6 fans on the show, so you could be one of those guys. Sit in Ray's seat right here. Free merchandise. You like the hats we have here? Let's go, man. Once a month, they give away those. And soon enough, I'm going to have shirts, and we'll be selling these things for pretty cheap. I'm not going to try to make any money. I just want to get the name out there and get you guys some merch. So also,
and also,
here we go.
I was saying also, I mean, hey, if anyone wants this hat, you know, we could always give a lucky winner. They want Ray's greasy hat.
Oh, Ray's greasy hat. And also, like I said, the record, boys, is 71-38 on the year. So we're working at right now.
Pull it back up real quick. Just for half a second.
And it's not just this year; it's the last 3 years. So this is one good year, but the other years are good too.
So real quick, you were plus 20, 22. You were plus 12, plus 12, plus 8, and now so it'll be plus 40 minus 7, so 38 plus 38.
We're essentially 62% since we started, and these are not minus 150s. I'm not doing alt lines. These are all minus 110 bets typically. So yeah, there's juice, but there's juice on every bet. So I'm not doing like juiced up lines to get my record good. These are even odds bets. So like the units would be like 10% less than whatever the record is. So right now we're at plus. If it's a 1 unit bet, I do 4 units on these bets. If it's a 1 unit bet, you're still plus 20 units this year. Which if it's $100 a bet, you're up $2,000. So again, I do release these bets. Before the day before the games, right? Prime time and then Sunday, but the lines will change. So the idea is get the Patreon, get the Discord, and you'll get these on Wednesday on the Sunday games. You'll get the lines as I bet them, which is the record.
Don't worry, Rob. I'm gonna really over this holiday season, between now and the end of the year, I'm going to raid the living shit out of all my friends and just berate them as to why they aren't here. And hopefully we can add an extra at least 10. Like they all bet sports. They'll do it.
Right. And why would you, again, like, now there's some people that win money, but the percentage of people that win money, and whether it's because NFL's rigged or whether it's because people don't know what they're talking about, or a combination of the two, it's probably a combination. They're donating or they're doing parlays. Like I do parlays too when they're boosted, but like I don't advise parlays.
Well, parlays is donating. Parlays is donating, right?
Unless, I mean, I've won a lot on parlays this year because I do boost and I go big, and I'm using very small increments.
That number
right?
I told you, like it was like what? Like it was like 8 million. It was like 4.5 million parlays that missed one leg, and it was like 8.3 billion in
one
payouts.
leg, right?
And yeah, just the one leg. And Ray asses like me that love to do $5 or $10 for a 10 legger that just for the literally.
Jason
the Hail
says Phil is gonna sling it today. If you don't agree, you have Richard Breath. Hey man, Jason, honestly, if you do believe he's gonna sling it, I mentioned on the show 150.5 is his over-under in passing yards. He should hit that just based on garbage time, right? So my dogs are banging in the side room.
But do like Jason and Rob, like honestly, like let's just get real here. The guy he hasn't played since it was 2020. It was January 2020, or 2021. What was it? 2021. It might be 2020. I think it was 2021. I think it was January 2021 was his last game. It means that was his last game he actually ever got hit hard, like NFL speed football being hit. I told Rob earlier, Jason, I'm sure you were listening because I'm pretty sure you were. Dude, all it's going to take, I want to put it this way. They are going to be doing Greg Williams hits, blitzing. Yeah, old New Orleans Saints, Greg Williams. Get ready. That's what the Seahawks are. Mike McDaniel. That's exactly Mike McDonald. I'm sorry. That's exactly what he's about to do with that Seattle defense. They're going to headhunt him. All they need to do is just corner blitz, because all it takes is one they don't pick up, and Phillip Rivers is done for the day. And I don't want
we're gonna
that.
pound through these questions. We are 33 minutes behind. Bandit says Garrett Wilson suiting up.
Nope.
Dude, Jay, we've been telling you since week 10 that Garrett Wilson's not coming back this year, and that was more of a like prediction. He is not coming back this year. There's no updates. There's zero chance. Even if he comes back, let's say his first game is week 17, fantasy championships. Are you going to be comfortable playing him? No. So drop Garrett Wilson, please. And he's not coming back anyway. Even if he does.
Like we say, for me in XFL, I have an IR. I just have an IR spot. I have him my IR. But it's only because
if there's no one to pick up, I get it. But like I'm just saying, like if there's any chance to drop him to pick up somebody else,
correct.
Fucking drop the dude.
100%.
Mr. Free Throw, what's going on, bro? Start three: Rasheed Rice, Justin Jefferson, Michael Wilson, Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle.
I think the first three.
I'm going top three. Top three. Yep. I'm not going to get cute. Devonta Smith would be the one I would start. Jalen Waddle's in frigid
but he's
temperatures.
He's at a down second half for his first half.
It's the first three there. Drop Debo or BTJ for Corum. I would drop Debo for Corum.
Yes.
Not Brian Thomas.
No, yep. I was going to say the same thing.
Juwan Johnson or Kelsey. This is Kelsey for me. As gross as it's been, touchdown equity, man. Travis Kelsey.
And better quarterback by a mile. Actually, not by a mile. It's a Hall of Famer to a guy who won't start for very long.
Going Rico over Hampton. That's pretty fair. I feel like Hampton probably has more. I can't say more touchdown upside because.
Do you remember what Jay Moore does? Is he full PPR? You know his scoring.
I don't think it really matters because neither guy is.
I'm going Hampton over Rico, to be honest.
Okay, and then most likely May over Burrow. Again, this is more scoring. 6 for a passing touchdown, I'm gonna go Burrow.
Right.
4 for a passing touchdown, I'm gonna go May. It's close on both ends, and I feel like it's a tie. So I'm gonna go scoring on that one.
I would so go again. I'm with you 100%. Rob, 6 passing, Burrow, 4 passing, May, and I'm going Hampton, dude, because this is now they ramped him up. I'm thinking like. I'd rather take my chances with how Hampton is trending up to where Rico he Chuba is trending up more to it's like Rico's here and Chuba's coming up to there where Hampton's going up this way.
Agreed. And this is a double troll comment. How do you feel about Geno Smith passing 260 plus easy money? Well, Geno Smith's out this week, already ruled out, so I don't like that at all. Even if he was playing, I wouldn't like 260 plus. So LL, good comment.
Wait, who are they playing at? What cold weather game? Oh my God.
Eagles.
What is the line?
He's also out. He's also out.
What's
He's
the line?
Out. 13 points, I think.
Are we taking it? Would you do that?
I'm not betting on the Eagles. I'm not betting on the Eagles. No way.
13.5 with no Geno in Vegas. There you go.
Well, Geno's terrible, so I don't think Kenny Pickett's any worse than Geno, bro. He can't be. He can be worse than Geno.
Can't be. Yep.
Jay Moore, Rob, I know you love Rico, that I do. So I let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He got me here, so I'm gonna play him. Trust me, dude. I agree. And I'm usually a start your studs, and here's the problem with Rico. As much as I think he's a stud,
I wouldn't do it.
Stud with workload concerns is an issue. So I actually was gonna play. I'm playing Fannin over him as of now in one league in the flex and full PPR. I know that sounds gross at tight end, but Fannin's at 57 receiving yards over under. So I might change that. I love Rico though, bro. I love him. So that's really tough. I think Rico is still a start. And again, the Vegas tells me that I would play Rico over Chuba. If you ask me in the bye week, during the bye week with everything that transpired, Ray, I would probably take Chuba rest of season over Rico. Now I'm reconsidering, and it should always be Rico. It should be Rico.
But I'm saying real quick, he was the one who asked about the Hampton question, right? With Rico?
I think so.
I believe I'm 95% sure it was. So, dude, I would play Hampton, man. Like Hampton is I understand they're not leading the division, but they're fighting to get that division win. And they drafted Hampton in the first round. The Chargers are going to make it a point to get him the ball more. I understand, we talked about, if you guys didn't watch us the other day or yesterday, we talked about, like Rob said, Vidal played more snaps by a lot. I think it was 40 to mid-teens or 20, 20-something to Hampton. But Hampton, every time he was in, they made it a point to try to get him the ball more often than not. And Hampton, that was his first week back. Now we're second week back. It's just they need him. He was a first round pick by them, and he's a stud. I personally would be playing Hampton over Rico. That's just me. But I'm
not going there just because there's still Vidal's earned a spot, but it's like I said, the work share. The share of the work was 50-50, which is promising on Hampton's end because Hampton played 30% of the snaps. So if you go 50-50 snap share, then it would appear that the workload, if they could control it, would be 65-35 Hampton. But also the matchup is tougher for Hampton, right? You have a hungry Chiefs team. That's why I'm going to go Rico. Kyle Pitts will be a KC Chief next year. Just watch. Here's the problem with that, Wally, is that they're gonna franchise tag Kyle Pitts, and the tight end franchise tag number is not very high. So they're definitely going
not a quarterback, not a receiver, not a defensive end, pass rusher, not a left tackle. No, that number is much lower, 100%. Why wouldn't they? Because now, Rob, did you see that? You saw that video I sent you? It was the Zoolander, the meme of him doing the blue steel face.
Yeah, blue steel.
And it's everybody's finally yeah, baby, that's what I was waiting for. And I said that, by the way, I sent that to Brainerd, and he literally just said, haha, because he's I told him, was this you probably watching him? Because, Brainerd's always been trying to be a supporter and a hater.
Burrow's like a box of chocolates, which, kind of has been turf toe. You don't know what you're going to get. Now, he's performing fine, Jason. It's just, is he going to, what's his motivation? And you already heard his negative comments coming out about.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on those? Well, so what I'm saying, do you think he's speaking about being pulling up on luck, or he's trying to push himself out of Cincinnati?
No, he's not going to retire. He's trying to set, lay
or
the
wake them the fuck up.
I want to, wake up or I'm out of here. Now, here's my point about what Jason's saying.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want to make sure you don't think it's an Andrew Luck thing, because I was just sort of concerned.
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
That was. You see what I said? Absolutely not.
I just want to make sure
it's not a thing.
It's just sort
absolutely. I'm always looking for Jack Doyle.
Sorry, I'm not being honest though. It did sort of worry me.
It's not a retirement thing. That was a one-off. We've never seen that before.
I'm saying
it's not about money. It's not about money.
I know it's not. He wants to win. That's why I love Joe Burrow. He wants to win. He's smoking.
This
Joe,
is laying
man.
the breadcrumbs, and my worry though, what he's mentioning
Mm-hmm.
about the turf toe, is if he gets banged up, which is likely with that offensive line. What is his motivation to come back in the game? Right? If he fucks his ankle up.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's the worry.
Gotcha.
Like, is he going to fight? Like Aaron Rodgers, we saw this is the last of Aaron Rodgers' career, like, and they have the playoff race. Like, he's coming back in the game, right? Josh Allen always comes back in the game. Jordan Love going to come back in the game. Would our boy Joe Burrow come back in the game if he's questionable? Like, why would he just say fuck it? Now I'm hurt twice. Do I want to risk a catastrophic injury in this meaningless game? Even though it's against Baltimore, we all know they're dead.
You're making me happy though, because I'm saying I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know. It just sort of seemed like he was just like, dude, like why the fuck would I keep playing? I'm getting hurt. Like, you know, they don't give a shit on me. But I'm with you that luck is. Here's the thing: Joe Burrow's a smart guy, but he's more of a smart business person per se. Andrew Luck is a genius. Like an actual, like he can do whatever he wants intellectually wise. So he didn't need to stick around with football and completely destroy his body, to where I think that Joe Burrow totally loves football more. And to your point, that makes more sense. It makes me happier. Yeah, he's just like showing his hands like, fucking wake up and make this team better or I'm going to be out.
Yeah, get it. Just send a message. And by the way, gentlemen, we are still 30-something minutes behind the comments. We'll get to all of them. Be patient. If you have not liked the video, there's only 20 likes in this video. There's been 500 people in here. So like the video, subscribe to the channel 7 nights a week. This shit is not stopping. It's never stopping. Give me some love there. Brady Cook played almost a whole game with Brees last week, only had 1 target. That's true. Brees Hall also had the most receptions of any running back 2 years ago. And the game plan is going to be, let's control the ball. And I don't think running the ball up the middle is going to work. So I know the thing is with the bet, Jonathan, and my love of Brees Hall, his 11.5 yards is really low, bro. That is really low for a receiving back. With a quarterback that can't throw downfield, they want to protect. So, and in general, the snap share and the player is what makes me like Brees Hall. I'm not saying Brees Hall is a top 10 running back. I'm saying he's not number 23. He's number 15.
But we've seen him so many times in his entire career. All it takes is just a properly run, just a dump off a screen, or just even they drop off and he's just a guy on the swing pass and they just dump it off to him and they let him do his work because he's super athletic. He's great agility with the ball in his hands. He's one of the best players in the league, at least running back wise. Like he's so good at that. It's just getting the ball in his hands. So again, I'm with Rob. Like you said, it was 14.5 now, so 15 yards basically. Dude, 15 yards receiving, that should be pretty well taken care of, I would think.
Yeah, JD, man, London was my wide receiver 1. Welcome to the club, man. I have London everywhere. Gonna have to lock Flowers in, but Worthy, yeah, Flowers for sure. Although Flowers' last game against Cincinnati was one catch. Yeah,
we'll look at the rest of the question.
I'm not worried about that. But Worthy over Dubs for number 2. Worthy 100%. I hate Xavier Worthy. He's terrible. You have literally everyone back in Green Bay right now. You have Christian Watson as the 1. You don't have a tight end, but you have Dontavian Wicks. You have
why did you have to bring that up? I know you just want to make yourself hurt, man. You know. You said they don't have a tight end. Like, why do you want to hurt yourself? You can just say they don't have a great 1 target.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just trying
Jason,
to help you.
Sorry, boys. Again, Jason, we loved you boozed up.
Yeah.
I prefer you a little more sober when you come in the show, but in the chat, I want your BAC to be 0.2. Okay, let's be honest. Like, because we need the fun. Like you push. I always say, you bring up topics that I like to talk about, but also I'm busy producing, hosting, managing the chat where you push me off the edge and I'm going to talk about them. So again, we appreciate you, Jason. You do the shit. So don't ever apologize for being boozed up.
Never.
Just keep on being boozed up as long as you're safe. And you told me you Ubered tonight, so I'm very, very happy about that one. Jonathan says, not worried about the bet. I'm talking about start sit. Right, because hitting the bet doesn't mean he has a good fantasy game. He could have 2 catches for 14 yards and 12 carries for 30 yards. Bad fantasy game. Now, again, Brees Hall, I'm not saying is a fire-up, lock-and-loaded RB1. I'm not saying he's a must-start either. I'm saying if it was Rico Dowdle or Brees Hall, I would and again, I love Rico. Give me the guy that has the full workload.
Rob, honestly, can I – because I've had friends, and I've just seen this on social media and people talking. I want to bring up a little bit more different names compared to what you just said. How about like somebody like even worse, like because there are people who are really worried, dude. People are really worried about Brees Hall. Well, I'm talking even like something like him compared to Woody Marks. And I understand.
Woody Marks, I could see because Woody Marks gonna have 23 fucking touches.
So that's what I'm saying. So would you start Woody Marks over Breece Hall right now? This week,
I probably would. Yeah,
so then
I hate Woody Marks.
So then I guess how about any like Tony Pollard? Obviously not, right?
Oh, right, I'm not going Tony Pollard. No.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So basically, like, okay. So I'm how about Travis Etienne?
Etienne over Breece Hall. Yeah, I'm saying I think Breece Hall's top 15 back. Those other guys are all right. Woody Marks. Okay, I might start Breece Hall over Woody Marks. That's the line. Etienne's higher. I don't like Etienne, but he's higher.
No. I just because honestly, dude, like Breece Hall is very frustrating. Because me personally, if you want to give me in the vacuum, dude, Breece Hall is a talent. Is I think personally one of the best talents at running back in the league. He's just on a terrible team.
Mom also said for you to stop sticking your dick in the vacuum cleaner.
Hello? Hello?
I said don't disturb you. I'm cleaning my room.
Hello?
I want to hear this crazy parlay. So this is, remember, I was on record saying the line of the Jets game is 13.5, right? Against Jacksonville.
Jonathan, thank you for that.
I could see Jacksonville losing this game. This seems like a prime spot where, like, okay, so listen to this parlay. You know, I don't do a lot of parlays if there's no boost, especially. This is no boost, but I saw this and with some of my bets. Listen to this bet. It is 200 to 1, 200 to 1 odds.
Oh.
Breece Hall 25 plus receiving yards.
Okay.
New York Jets money line.
What's
Brian Thomas?
Or is the Jets winning? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Go on.
Brian Thomas 80 plus receiving yards. Adonai Mitchell 50 plus receiving yards. 200 to 1.
Okay, well, the only problem is that you're Adonai Mitchell. That's the only issue. Everything else I can 100% see hitting.
If the Jets win, Adonai Mitchell will have a good game. He's their number one receiver. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, dude. No, Rob, honestly, like, I would feel comfortable. That seems like a pretty good parlay. I ain't like, oh, like, that's why
the odds. I put $2 on it to win $400.
$2?
$2 to win 400. I feel like they have a better chance. $2? Yeah, it's 200 to 1 odds, man.
So when you were putting together that as you were hitting each parlay, like part of the parlay, what was the one that went up the most to make it that?
Oh, the Jets money line because they're like 6 or 7 to 1.
No, that makes sense. No,
they're 13 plus 13.5.
And Mitchell's included with that because he's on the Jets. So it's like that. Like, so the Jets having a good offensive game basically is what that parlay is bet on basically. Because I mean, obviously those.
All right, so.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go on.
Jonathan, I got you here. He says mine was Brian Thomas or Breece flex play. You guys are awesome. Thank you, man. What was the scoring real quick? I think it was full. Let's call it full PPR. We're just going to go through here on what Vegas says, and then we'll go through what we think. So anytime touchdown right now, Brian Thomas plus 195, Breece Hall plus 160. So they're saying Breece Hall is a little more likely to score a touchdown. And then we have, I know for a fact, because I bet this, Brian Thomas is 43.5 receiving yards. Breece Hall is like 70 total yards, maybe. Let's see, rushing and receiving. Now, obviously, the PPR are going to have more catches probably with Brian Robinson. But we have rushing and receiving yards. Breece Hall, 75.5. So the yard, you have 30 more yards and more likely for. That's all I'm saying. Like, dude, I get your point. Like, Brian Thomas clearly has more upside because Brian Thomas could catch a 60-yard touchdown. Now, I guess Breece Hall could rush a 60-yard touchdown, but like, it's about can Breece Hall get the receiving down work and not the receiving down, but get actually some receptions. And the upside is goal line work, free touchdown. And if the game is a 14-point game in the third quarter, and Breece Hall has that, that stupid garbage time drive where he gets 4 catches for 14 yards, like that kind of shit. At that point, then Brian Thomas is probably not getting to be involved because they're going to run the ball with ETN. Like, real quick, I'm just going to go with the guy that's projected more points.
Yeah, no, everything you just said, like, I 100% agree with. I'm just curious, Rob, like you, obviously, like you do more fantasy than any of us. Is the witching hour on Red Zone some of your favorite time ever on Sunday?
My wife loves it, bro. She always
it's
great. It's great.
So here's the thing. I live for witching hour if you're down, right? Like, Or even if you're up and you have like if you have some guys that are on a losing team, you know what I mean? You're up and you're like, oh, I'm saying like Michael Wilson on Arizona, like against the Rams, for instance. You're like, oh yeah, like Michael Wilson's gonna be going off for extra on my team that I'm already good. You know what I mean? Like, or if you're down,
right? We owe a chug. We owe a chug.
All right.
Sorry, I don't forget. We're already at 12 already, so we owe a chug. We might owe a third one.
I'm sorry.
Rico is still a top 15 or 20 back. You know, Chuba's healthy. I agree, man. And I, trust me, I know Rico. I actually like Chuba. Chuba was one of my most owned players last year. He won me a lot of money. Got me to the playoffs almost every week.
I think this week will really tell us all. Maybe not all.
That's the worry. Is there's the unknown, but here's the feather in our cap, Ray. Is Vegas does know these things. They're not gonna get cleaned out by putting Rico at 77.5 yards and have Chuba getting 64% of the touches. Like that's not gonna happen. So this tells me that I know I'm at least getting the plus out of a timeshare.
I know, Rob, but we're talking about betting, and that's what we're talking about. But I'm just talking about real, yo, man. I'm playing for real, man. What I'm more or less talking about is that I really think personally. Honestly, I don't give a shit what Vegas says. I know you do, and in reality, that does make a real. When I say that, I'm just saying that does make a difference. My point is right now, for particularly with this situation between these two running backs, is that this is now the first game of the year, and at least if it's not, if it's at the latest part of the year, that the Panthers are leading the division. So I think this is really going to tell the tale of how they want to continue to
deploy their backfield.
So yes, thank you. So I'm saying like,
did Chuba get any goal line carries last game? He did. Here's the worry. Like I feel like Chuba is actually a better grinder than Rico. So I feel like their roles, what they're trying to say is reversed. But all I know is the coach came out and said, regardless of what Vegas says, they said Chuba is going to be our third down and mixing back, and Rico is going to be our early down back. Now they didn't say goal line back though. Is the worry. So the worry is, it's a 50-50 timeshare, and Chuba might get the goal line work. Now, I would bet my bottom dollar on Rico getting more. It's almost a Montgomery Gibbs situation. And we saw in the past, last year, for instance, it was almost exclusively a 50-50 split on the goal line. Right. And I feel like Chuba might be a better goal line back than Rico. Rico's the better back. So as long as Rico
what are their sizes? Do you roughly know? Like between the both of them?
Yeah, I think Rico's like 208, and I think Chuba's 210. They're like the same size.
Height, the same size, or same height. Okay,
they're all like this. They're like this. I think Chuba's a bigger back for sure. Chuba is a bigger.
Really?
Back. Yeah,
I would never guess that. I mean, it doesn't sound like much. It doesn't sound like much. It's not like the what was Thunder and Lightning? What was the fat running back from USC?
Oh, Rico's 5'11", 215.
That's a pretty solid fucking
and
back right
Chuba
there.
is 6'1", 210. So damn. Yeah, Rico's actually bigger. Yeah, Chuba looks bigger, but
6'1". Okay, so that's a lot.
Yeah.
That means Chuba's more like a 6 foot or 5'11", and Rico's 5'10", 5'9".
Underappreciated. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. Mac and Dennis go to the suburbs. Hey, Ray had that on his list, top 15. You gotta go back and check that. We're gonna meet Ray. We're gonna do another list. We're gonna do another sunny episode.
We need to refresh that one.
We love that episode. I like the smoke alarm going off, the beeping. Dennis.
Well,
Mac's famous mac and cheese, bro.
Well, that's when I worked for Leslie's Pools. So he was talking about the pool filter running all the time, and I just laughed. It's like if you have an indoor, if it's right next, you're gonna hear it.
Mac trying to put the TV up, and it's just a bunch of holes in the wall.
And
Mr. Free Throw, thank you, buddy.
The best part was the neighbor, and then him driving to work, and like anybody who's ever driven in traffic, Dennis driving in traffic. Take the gap, you bitch.
Yeah, you bitch. Mr. Free Throw, thank you, man. He's no Tucker Kraft, but that Musgrave catch last week was fire. Here's the thing: is that there's no tight end that's even relevant there. And here's why I love Tucker Kraft next year. And obviously, I'm the biggest. I was higher on Tucker Kraft this year than anyone. I had him tight end 4 going into the year. It's documented. Go back and watch the videos, which is very high.
Hey, this is how.
Story laughed in my face. Story laughed in my face about the Tucker Kraft love, and he's still tight end 15 on the year. He's missed half the year. So Tucker Kraft next year, as long as the medicals are okay, and let's say he misses the first 3 weeks, I'm gonna be taking Tucker Kraft at tight end 15 is where I'd guess he'd go everywhere. Tucker Kraft's so fire, bro. Oh, what a
Rob,
monster.
you will be taking Tucker Kraft if he misses the first 3 weeks. You'll be still taking him
at 10-9.
No, well,
I want to get him
earlier.
And here's the thing about Tucker Kraft that sucks for the Packers.
Hey, real quick,
is are they the Super Bowl favorites right now if Tucker Kraft's healthy? That's a big loss, man.
No, but I would say they have I would say like I don't know what let's say like they whatever their number is, it would go up plus 100 to 200. So that's a big jump. At least 100.
Would you do Brian Thomas over Rico then? Now that's no, because I feel like I would go Breece Hall. Dude, Breece Hall and Rico are so close. I'm gonna go the running back, Jonathan. Like it's fuck, man. Brian Thomas has more upside. He does. Rico has more upside if he takes the work. Jonathan is a Patreon member, 100%.
Good.
Post that shit in the chat. We have 12 hours, gentlemen. Mr. Free Throw, full PPR, Breece or Josh Jacobs? Josh Jacobs for sure. Yep. Start 2, full PPR, Hall, Hendo, Jalen Warren. It's
first 2.
Or it might go Hendo or
Warren.
Now that's a line right now for me. It's Hall and Jalen Warren. Kind of a line too. You know what I mean? Like Hendo gets the passing. Those guys are all even. Those guys are all even, bro. Yeah. Like they're so close. I would go first 2.
So I guess I would go the first 2 as well. But if you do disagree with us, just go with your gut, honestly. Because here's the thing, like Rob said, like they all get catches. They all have the same type of running style in a way. So just go either you want to go with the matchup and don't disagree with what we say or disagree with what we said. But I would go the first 2. But Warren's pretty close. That's the problem.
We got to chug our beer real quick. Again, one more shout out to the Patreon members. Thank you guys so much. A lot of good perks here. You know, Ray, what do we call what do we call the Patreon? It's the place to be.
The place to be.
So, what do you call it, Kramer? It was. Come on, Rudy. Come on. We call it the place. The place to be. Yes.
All right, ready, Chuck. We'll get to everyone's comment, guys. Be patient. We're a little behind here, but I'll race you. You started way earlier. I'm fast.
Goes down like
I'm fast.
Oh no!
Does.
Oh no! Django's walking into the doctor's dead bodies, and he's gonna pat him on the head, get his letter.
Jay Moore was giving me shit about my Jet. Again, I'm not trying to say I'm picking the Jets. In the parlay, it made a lot of sense, 200 to 1. I think that of any 13 plus, any 13 plus point underdog, I feel like the Jets have the most. Like, who do you think has a better chance to win? Let's just say this: Colts over the Seahawks or Jets over the Jags? Same line, 13.5. Or I'm going to add this. I add this one also for you. Raiders over the Eagles. Those 3 games, who has the best chance to win? Jets, Colts, Raiders.
So, and who's at home for those games?
Seahawks are at home. I think the Jets are at home, bro.
The Jets are at home. It's the Jets because the weather. I'm sorry, like Jay Moore. I don't.
Jaguars are at home. Jaguars are at home. Eagles are at home. I think they're all road teams.
I was still.
And then Seahawks are at home. They're all on the road.
And who's starting a quarterback for the Jets this week?
I don't want to say it. He's terrible. Brady Cook. So it's Kenny Pickett, Brady Cook, and then it's Phillip Rivers. Like they're all terrible.
I would say Kenny Pickett.
Other teams.
That's how bad that is.
The Eagles have to win this game, bro.
All I know is Jay Moore. The Colts are not doing it, dude. At home, dude. No, like
Ray. We have some major chugs coming in here, so you take one off. I need you to say so. You're taking one off. I'm doing it because Jason just gave us a 20 banger. I have to do one for the 20 banger. You take one off. I need you sober.
Oh, it's because I sent him my personal number, so now he has the full access to Ray.
Again, Jason, sorry about messing up the chat as always. Don't. You know what messes up the chat? I just want to say is people arguing with each other in the chat where that's a Discord argument. That messes my chat up because I have to scroll through 30 messages that aren't questions. Like, that's the only thing I really care. And again, I'm not going to tell you guys not to do that because I want this to be lively. Again, I would never tell you. The only thing I hate is stupid trolls. Like, that's all I hate is stupid trolls. Jason, you actually, again, for the 10th time, Jason, you make the chat. So I love how he's Ray. You're all the same way. You remember the one time you apologized to me in Story like 8 times in the same sentence for interrupting us? You just kept on apologizing. Like, no, sorry. But but sorry. Like, y'all gotta stop apologizing. You're so nice. But Jason, we love you. Shout out Jason, who is Mark's the #1 super fan because he's watched every second of every stream. Jason's the #1 supporter because he's a professional fanatic. The motherfucker just donates to say sorry. $20. That's more than most people even give in the entire time of the stream. And Jason, thank you. See, he knows what we're doing here. And he's been on the stream 3 times. Gonna be on plenty more. We love you, Jason. And you're a real professional fan. There's a couple of y'all, but
Jason, you'll be on that open bar segment. Don't you worry.
Ooh, that's every Saturday. That's gonna be super fun. I'm really excited about that. Let's see where we're at in the chats. Again, Jason, we fucking love you. Philip had a noodle arm. Philip has a noodle arm. I really don't know what to expect. Well, no, Philip had a noodle arm in 2014.
21.
So 14. He definitely has a noodle arm. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, he did, man.
I know.
I know. I can play Chuba, C-Rod, or Tracy at standard. In standard, I might go Chris Rodriguez. I think Chris Rodriguez has the best chance for a touchdown against the Giants.
And you don't think Tracy doesn't have a pretty good chance of the touchdown against the shitty fucking
I don't
Commanders?
know. I don't know the workload though, man. Devin Singletary's there. You know what I mean?
I will give you that. We have seen them purposely give him like open amount of carries on the goal line. Single carry, that is.
Chances Vikings upset the Cowboys tomorrow night. 25.
Wally, you want to know what's funny is I don't think that's an upset. I think they both are equally on the same level. But when I say that,
Wally's language, brother.
But because here's the thing, dude. The Cowboys are. I will admit the Cowboys have a lot of momentum. They are doing very well right now. And mind you, everybody, my sister, she lives in Kansas. She's a diehard Cowboys fan. So it's like I don't want to hate them, but what I'm getting at is that it's always been the Cowboys this, the Cowboys that, the Cowboys this, the Cowboys that. Dude, the Cowboys haven't done shit since the 90s. So you know what? I'm not afraid of them. Their offense is elite. But you know who runs their defense?
Matt Eberflus. Good call. Derek, please start one. Need higher upside. Genty or Judkins?
I'm saying the Cowboys trades on D-line, defensive line much better. At least for the run.
It is. Yeah, that's the worry. They're playing very well ball.
Right.
Very good ball. Genty or Judkins, higher upside. In full PPR, you could sell me on Genty because of the 3-down workload. Now, the upside with Judkins is no Dylan Sampson. You know, we're not going to be able to talk to Sampson as I'm very sorry about
talk to Sampson. Climb her to the moon like that bitch out of cream.
There's no Sampson. So Judkins, I think, is just the answer. There's a world,
dude. Like, man, really, dude. Like, I mean, it's this week. Please,
this week we haven't seen anything from Genty.
But the Bears,
if
I'm saying,
Sampson was playing, it'd be different. He's not playing. Who's going to play instead of Judkins? They have nobody else there. They got rid of Pierre Strong. He ain't even there.
No, I get that. I just have a little bit of worry because I'm just saying that Judkins, his yards per carry has not been very well. It's not very well.
I know.
Very good.
I know.
And I understand that the Bears defense hasn't been very good lately. And, unless, like it's been better, they have good turnovers, but I'm saying their linebackers are coming back. So I'm just saying they might have a better, stronger run defense. So just be wary.
Right, hello, 2 leagues. We got to just try to keep this moving, Ray. We are 45 minutes on the chat, 50 minutes on the chat. Hello, 2 leagues. On bye, quarterback 1. Should I drop Charbonnet for B-Rob? On bye. That's a lateral move. I can't make a decision on that one. I like them both. I think Charbonnet. I want Charbonnet over B-Rob.
Well, B-Rob sounds like CMC. Like he jumped on the injury report, but it seems like he's gonna play. So I would keep Charbonnet.
And then week 17 defense with TJ Watt, lung issue, Pittsburgh or New England defense. It's gonna be New England with we don't know what's going on. I don't even know what that injury is, dude. It's real wacky. So
basically, do you know what happened? He had like a needle puncture, and they treatment at the facility, and they punctured too far through his lung. So he had
really, that's like a Tyrod Taylor situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. He'll come back for the playoffs
Weird.
if he can make it, but I think he's gonna be out for probably a week or two.
Huh. Okay. Next one here. Do you think McPherson does what he did against the Ravens again, which was like 20 fucking points?
No, but he should still have a good game. That's gonna be a hard game for him. It's gonna be a close game for those. I mean, it'll be a hard battle game. Kicking game will be important. So I think that him and what's his name? Toop or what's this? What's the guy's name on the Ravens? Top or Toop?
Oh, Brandon Loop.
Yeah, sorry. I think both of them will have good weeks this week.
Tootin anytime touchdown plus 370 thoughts. That's really nice. That is really nice value. He only played, by the way, Tootin only played like 12% of the snaps last week. I don't know what the hell that was. LaQuinn Allen played 26%, but I think that he is still like the 50-50 goal line back there. So I like the value, right? You like the value?
I agree with that. Oh yeah, I agree. No, I agree with he has good goal line opportunity.
No, Rick Ashley. Who is that? Who is that? Rick Ashley? Is that a wrestler?
No, it's I think that's don't let you down, don't let me down, forget you. Rick Astley.
Oh, that's It's Always Sunny. That's Always Sunny then. That's a song they play in Always Sunny.
Right.
Mr. Free Throw Cowboys fan here, unfortunately. I'd say sorry, but compared to like 10 other franchises, you guys are still elite.
A lot of franchises.
Like, even compared to the Bears, you guys have been better.
Yeah.
Just because in the 90s.
No, because they have
recently, but
Rob, they have not made an NFC Championship game since the 90s. The Bears have made multiple NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl.
3 Super Bowls in our lifetime, and they have 0 in your lifetime.
I said since 2000, they have not made an NFC Championship. Well, so lately, unfortunately, they're both shit. Doesn't matter. Nobody's won anything.
So he makes the point that we always shit the bed in primetime games. We should win. Now, they do, because if you want to go back to the recent one, which is the Cardinals game, I can't believe they lost that Cardinals game. Now, Brissett played well, but that was just and the crazy thing is Cowboys had a punt return touchdown there, a block punt, and they still lost by 10. It was unreal. It was unreal, dude.
Hey, I'm going to raise my hand, Bob Boucher. Rob, is this okay? I raise my hand, Bob Boucher.
Do it.
You need to look. You're not even looking.
Sorry, I'm trying to set something up on the stream here.
I'm raising my Bible.
We owe a chug and I owe a shot, so we got to get moving.
I'm gonna move it along.
I got a question for you. I got to keep the questions going. We got Michael in here. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, brother?
Let's see where
Michael Hart. Love you, man. Love the support.
Let's see. We had that one. Do we think McPherson? We got that one. Jags defense projected 11 points. Never saw that before. It's a good matchup. It's a really good matchup. Then Rico's been banged up the last 3 weeks before the bye. He would come out every 3 plays. He is healthier now. Rico is a send. He's essentially saying he's a start.
He's a start, yeah. I mean, like I said, man, I just think that I'm going to say it'll be 50-50. And after this week, after what happens this week, how they play them, I think that we can make a much better prediction for the rest of the season for both of them. That's my prediction, at least.
Full PPR, Hendo or Marks, Ray?
Hendo.
Yeah, it's close, but give me the.
I know it's close. I'm just saying, but I know Hendo is. They make him part of the passing game, so that's why I make.
We love Woody Marks, and here's the upside with Woody Marks is there is no Nick Chubb.
Yeah,
so
Chubb.
Woody Marks is already getting 23 touches,
questionable,
but they're really inefficient. They're very inefficient touches.
Oh yeah,
so I don't know how good it's going to be. Half PPR, Ferg with injury and late game, likely in sub-zero. Likely over Ferguson. Ferguson's probably not playing. I don't think Ferguson's playing.
Yeah, plus with you, but Ferguson just he had the amazing, honestly, when he was tight end 1 for what was it, 6 weeks, and he's been just a total falling off Mount Everest since then, and he's injured now. So yeah, it's likely.
Rob, you're gonna watch the Saints and Panthers game tomorrow. I watch Red Zone, and then I have some separate stuff up to watch the games. But I don't watch any individual game. I go back afterwards and watch the film and all.
So the
games.
answer is no, Jay Moore.
No, not individually. I can't watch any game individually. I gotta have my eye on the prize and all the stuff. Did Ray take his Xanax today? I hope so. Heyo. Little thick, little thick. I love that. It sounds like a rock a rapper. Brian Thomas marks Wandale start 1 in PPR. Ray, what do you got?
It's between oh man. It's between the first goddamn. Was it Wandale when he had really good games with that? Wasn't when Dart was healthy?
No, I mean yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't remember. I'm just trying to remember. Was he like when he had his great games? Was Dart healthy? Wandale.
The first game, that was the Cowboys game, week 2. He was healthy. And the other game was Jameis Winston. The other game was Jameis Winston.
It's between the first two options, and whoever you feel more comfortable with. It wouldn't. Wandale Robinson. Don't worry about him.
Jason, I bet you're a great cheerser. I can see Jason being a great cheerser, and also a really good. I would love to go to a bar to Jason because he's a very generous guy. And I bet he's buying shots. I'm a guy that always pays my own way, and if anyone's going to buy shots, it's me. I'm not having people buy shots for me or buy my meal. Jason's dude, I want to party. We want to party with Jason. I mean, we would not. We'd probably not wake up in the morning.
We wouldn't skip a beat with him. Let's put it that way.
Ray, just check. Ray's getting a lot of hate here on the Rico thing. And
it's not that. I'm just saying
it seemed like that.
Rico, he had the 200-yard game, 150-yard. It's just that I'm just saying for the coaching staff. That's all I'm saying. I don't trust them. Because honestly, Rob, we talked about that earlier. I would give it Rico all day and have Chuba be the third down back.
It's the fact that Chuba has a way bigger contract. That Chuba is the captain of the team. Yeah, that's the only difference.
I'm not a hater. It's just I'm going off that.
And not to hate Rico, it's the 2 games he did have. Again, eye test was amazing. He was against 2 worst defense in the league. Again, I'm not hating on Rico. I'm the biggest Rico fan in the world. I have been literally 14 of my 25. My wife has been 4, so I have been 17 of 35 leagues.
I have 0.
And in best ball, I have a 30% share. So, and JD, real quick, that's not actually Mila Kuno's tits in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's not her tits. They put her face on someone else's body. And that's a deep dive stat for you. And 71 and 38 is fucking sick, brother. I am currently paying my rent with gambling in this show. So it's not exactly the most comforting thing in the world to do. But I believe in what I'm doing here, and I believe in the show and in my bets. So what's going on, Michael?
Are you gonna tell them that I'm more chill tonight?
Who has better props, Burrow or May? Burrow has better passing props. May has the better chance for the rushing touchdown. So it's kind of in terms of like what they would project the fantasy points at. It's really close.
I would say, who do you want to bet on? If you want to bet on passing or rushing, because it'd be rushing is easy. May because you showed your, my bad. You showed your May rushing stat. Your rushing props was it 21 yards.
It's 20. Yeah. Now it's up to 22. Bandit, I can see 7 and 2 on your props this week. I really hope so. I will take 6 and 3 personally. My 3 locks are Jamar, Brian Thomas, and Pearsall. I'm uncertain about Tiny Dancer. It's a low number, Ray, but like I want to do the total yards. Total yards were like 77 and rushing was 58. I feel like it's gonna be an easy game. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
You're too quick. DJ Moore is too low. 1 catch can cover. It's one of those that it's too low, but also it's scary. It's scary.
But do you watch the Bears religiously? Do you watch the entire game like I do? Because it's not about DJ Moore. It's just about the chemistry between him and Caleb. And honestly, Ben Johnson
this troll guy, I blocked him, by the way, after this, just because he comes in. The first thing he says was 3 for 9 for sure. That's when I was showing my bets. Like, look at the history, bro. And again, you're blocked, so I'm not talking to you, but like, good comment, man. Like, that's why you're blocked for the show. So we don't need you, man. I have enough people watching that I actually want good, positive people in here. And you're 95%. I am 5%, even though my record says I'm 66%. And you haven't showed us your record at all because you don't have a channel because you suck. If you were 95%, I think you wouldn't be in this chat. You'd probably have your own thing because no one's ever 95%. No one's ever 70%, except for me. I'm close. So fuck yourself, Mark. Should I hold Vele? He's trending upwards still despite a bad week. Hold him, yeah. And here's the reason you hold him, Jay Moore, is Chris Olave has been dealing with a back injury the last 5 weeks. He has the second, third most targets in the league. He might be shut down. He might get hurt, whatever. If he is hurt, you got Juwan Johnson, you have Vele there. Vele is a must start. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. Especially if Olave's hurt, dude, like Olave's getting double-digit targets weekly. So you lose a double-digit. Well, let's put it this way. Vele and Juwan Johnson. Juwan Johnson becomes a top 5 tight end just based on opportunity. Maybe not actually production, but just
shot. I owe a shot.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Yeah. Two flex spots open. Hendy, Harvey, and Woody. Who should I start? I'm taking this real quick. You answer that one, and then I got to take a quick tinkle.
So 2 flex spots open. Hendy, Harvey, Woody. So Hendy Auto. I don't know if it's. I don't know what your scoring is. We'll just say it's just half PPR, or we'll just say full PPR. If it's full PPR, I'd be going Hendy and Harvey. If it's half PPR, I would probably be going Woody and I would go Woody and Hendy, but I might just because Harvey's going because the Broncos are going against the Packers. You know they're at home. That's still going to be a tough matchup, but Buffalo have been trash, like on their defense, so that's why Harvey or Hendy is going to be one of my guys for sure. So I think honestly it just depends on your scoring. Full PPR, I would go Hendy and Harvey, and half PPR I'd go Hendy and Woody.
I'm going to agree with what you said because I could hear you. How bad was Tyler Thigpen and Tyler Powell? Really bad. Larry Johnson was a fucking monster, bro. That's right when I started playing fantasy football. And that dude, woo! It wouldn't let Jason say penis breath.
Go back to the last one. I just want to tell. Just go back real quick. I'm going to tell the quickest things. I want Jay Moore to hear this. So Jay Moore, so Mikey, me and Rob's friend that's been on this podcast before. He's my age. He's one of my best friends. I graduated high school in 2009. He went to KU, Kansas University. He befriended a lot of people from Kansas. So one of my best friends now, shout out Chase Linder, you fucking piece of trash. I love you, but if he's listening, he is a diehard he's a diehard Chiefs fan. He paid a lot of money and had great seats, went to that Chiefs and Bills game. He left early. That playoff game. He fucking left early, Jay Moore, because they were losing. And he was in the parking lot when he heard the fucking entire stadium erupt when they started coming back. And I will always forever make fun of him for that. So I respect you, Jay Moore, for because I do like the Chiefs. Like before they were great. I do sort of like them just because my friend's a fan of them. But my point is that I hope that makes you happy that I have a friend who's just as big a fan as you probably. He fucked up big time. Can you imagine that, Rob? That Chiefs Bills game where the Bills were killing them?
You can't come back from that, man. You can't come back. Should I stash LT just in case JT gets injured? Good comment because bring back LT and Phillip Rivers. When I first read that, I was like LT, and then I was like, they're bringing back all the old time.
Hey, dude, you know what? I bet LT's still probably in better shape than some bums on the NFL that are probably
chances Chiefs win tomorrow. Give me I say it's 68%. I'd say 2/3, 66.
I say 50-50. Just because they haven't been playing well, but they still have a pretty good chance to win.
Stash Brian Thomas or Emmanuel Wilson. It's Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
How is it available? It's not a stash. Start. Hampton matchup, but Rico has a positive matchup. That agreed. That's the thing is, and also the workload should be similar. So give me the positive matchup. Geno Smith isn't playing. That's true. Sup boys, torn between Kincaid or likely this week. Oh, I think I'd go Kincaid. Because what if Mark Andrews catches 2 touchdowns? Like Kincaid is. I know. It looks like he's battling the other tight ends. Like Kincaid. Snap-wise is battling. Kincaid target-wise is not. Likely is still.
Well, and I think that Josh Allen really likes Kincaid's athleticism, and he tries to get it to him because he's also pretty big. I think he's like 6'6", right? Or 6. He's at least 6'5". think he's 6'6"
Yeah.
though. You know, so he's a big target who's pretty athletic. So like when he's healthy and can play and like not be hampered, which right now I don't think he's hampered. I think Josh Allen likes to really get at him, and so I would go with Kincaid.
Hypothetically, if my wife and I were in the same league and had to face each other in round one, would it be unethical for her to let me win because I have the better chance of winning? No, and that's why also you shouldn't, like, people don't let spouses play together, because in brothers there's also some issues, but spouses more so because no one respects women in fantasy, and then you essentially have two teams. I've had this before because actually my ex-girlfriend would actually control her team. She knew her shit, like not to my level, but this is back in 2009. And everyone thought that I ran her team, even though I didn't. And we made some trades together. They were fair trades. You're always going to get into some garbage there, Kenneth, with your league mates. But it's unethical. I mean, but you know what? Like, you got to do what you got to do to win money. And if that's the case, that's the case. I'm not going to tell you one way or the other, but it's a slippery slope.
And just be sure you don't have good friends in the league, because if Rob pulled that shit, I'd be cool. I would make sure he let him know. Rob, you ain't getting my money this year.
He'd shove that ass. Yeah, no, I can agree with you 100%. Fanning over Rico. Now I'm thinking about changing it, Jay Moore. Honestly, it's so close in full PPR. It's so close just because the weather, but like the numbers, and it's half PPR. I'm going Rico for sure.
I will give you, Rob. I think the weather will be a difference, though. I think just because like Rob, I mean, do you really disagree with me on this? I really think this is gonna be an old school smash mouth game. Would you be surprised?
It would even in nice weather, because the teams both play that style.
I agree, but I'm saying even in this type of weather, would you be surprised it'll be 14-6 or even 10-6, 13-6, something like that?
No, I hope not for my DJ Moore bet. And kind of,
I don't want that either. You
got to do what you got to do.
I want a 28-10 Bears win. That's what I would like.
You can't make it too obvious, kind of. That's the problem. You can't make it too obvious. Good call. Game script does favor Rico against Hampton. That's the advantage. And it's not like we're not assuming. There's no way Hampton comes out and has 80% of the snaps this game. There's no way, right?
No, but they also made sure they got him involved in the passing game. That's how he got his first touchdown. It was a passing touchdown. So I'm just saying, like,
here's a good one for you, Ray. Cam Little or Cameron Dicker. The matchup looks better with Cam Little. The weather looks better with Cam Little in Jacksonville, 72 degrees.
Here's the thing, Bandit. I won't say you're getting too cute, because Dicker is, I think, Rob, am I wrong? And just in general, I think Dicker is the better overall fantasy kicker. Like he seems to be, because like the Chargers just don't seem to be able to close on touchdowns a lot. But here's the thing. The team, who are they playing this week? The Chargers?
Chiefs,
yeah. So the Chiefs, so I'm saying there's a thing on Yahoo Sports. Again, just take it for what it says. But either way, they're just saying that the Chiefs are not very good on crossing routes, and that's what they're going to be doing a lot of. So I'm just saying that could open up more touchdown opportunities. But either way, the Chiefs have a very good defense. But either way, so I might go Little, man. I have Little in a lot of leagues. I like him as long as the weather is pretty good. He has the longer potential, especially if you're in a league like for me. I'm in most of my leagues except yours. I think I don't know. I don't think maybe you do as well, but they give more points for longer touch or longer kicks. So.
I went to the bottom of the comments here just because this comment's really great. What should you do? Anal. That's the answer. And then moving on, Jay Moore says, Ray, how's your fantasy season? We're going to go back up to the top of the comments. I want to get to these two. Rays and I can answer for him. 3 out of 4 playoffs with 1 bye. Is that correct?
Yep.
Now, you didn't ask on my end. Between me and my wife's teams, we are 32 out of 36 playoff teams. Missed in 4 with 20 buys. So we're alive in 20 buys, and we're probably going to have 28 teams in the semifinal. Hopefully about 17 teams in the final. Hopefully 10 ships. That's my goal. And I'm also alive in a couple of the DraftKings. I'm alive in 3 of my 10 DraftKings millionaires and a lot of big tournaments. Those are just a shot in the dark, though. Who knows?
Well, I guess one of my leagues is a 10-man league. That's not our league, and so we have one more. We're still live this week without the playoffs, and I'll be making the playoffs no matter what. So,
yeah, you did miss one. Did you miss one or no? Or you're not going to miss any?
Yeah, no, I missed one. That's all.
Is that the auction league?
Yep.
That's the one you spent money on Joe Mixon.
And Genty, more importantly.
Yeah.
$81 out of 200 on those two guys. Oops.
Worthy is not a start. No. Thornton, a better player than Worthy. Dante Thornton? No. Dante Thornton has 8 catches on the year.
I was going to say.
That's a counselor comment. That's a counselor comment. No. I would rather start Tyler Lockett than I'd rather start Tyler Lockett.
So many, dude. There's literally probably 50 receivers I'd rather start than Dante Thornton. At least could be upwards of 60.
Jay Moore, I watch at home. I refuse to watch football with pretty much anyone. I watch with my wife because I'm molding her mind into understanding football, and I don't like watching. No, I'm not saying anything against you or Storey. Like, I don't like. I'm not saying you guys are dumb, but like, I don't watch in groups of people because people are dumb, and I can't deal with that. I don't want to go to games. I would go to a primetime game.
Last time I watched football with a group of people, please give me
long time.
Every Sunday,
I don't. I need to focus. I need to focus.
It's not even that.
Even though I'm not playing in the games, it's funny. Yeah. Steve, need a quarterback first round of playoffs. CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers, Sam Darnold. Stroud has a really nice matchup against the Cardinals. I'm not fucking with Trevor. Trevor Lawrence is fine. Not Aaron Rodgers. So it's CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, or Sam Darnold.
I guess it goes off of.
Yeah, I can see Sammy.
I'm saying if it's 4 passing instead of over 6 rushing, you could argue with me, Trevor Lawrence, but I'd go Sam Darnold personally.
Good call, Jay Moore. We talked about this yesterday on the stream. The Panthers are getting their starting guard and starting center back, which they haven't had the last 3 or 4 weeks.
The one they signed for free agent, the one they signed free agency, the big.
And their offensive line's been good in general.
No, I'm asking.
Now you're adding guys.
Is that big time free agents signing they had?
I don't know exactly. Again, I've had 17 beers, so
doesn't matter. That's cool. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Names.
Either way, they're gonna help you.
I'm not saying the Jets are winning. I think they have a more chance to win than the other 13-point favorites, and that parlay 200-1. I really kind of like that one. Brian Thomas receiving Purdy passing yards. Woody Marks rushing, receiving. Pearsall receiving yards. Lamar rushing yards. I like that one. So yeah, Purdy passing yards. I much prefer Purdy's passing touchdowns. I feel like he could have one of those games where he's like 17 of 22 for 210, but like 4 passing touchdowns. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate the kind words, man. And Jonathan is a member and a supporter. And yes, get in the Discord again. Like that's, if you like this show, this just goes on, and the questions, the comments.
I'd say 21 hours of 24 hours of the day.
Pretty much, there's always people on answering, talking, and there's like 9 different channels set up, so it's not just one long chat. There's a bunch of different setups there in terms of where you want to go. I'm on there, Ray's on there, Stories on there, all the other co-hosts are on there. Also, all the people that you know from this chat and this stream. It's definitely well worth it. Also, a way to support me and get in the community because, like I said, like in the future, I'm not going to forget who has helped me in the times I need help. So, anytime the prices go up, like if y'all before the year's over, if you get in, obviously just don't wait till week 18 because you could do that, I guess, but your prices and your whatever tier you get in is never going to change. You get the grandfathered price for the rest of time if you want to stick with the community, and the other people that come in later will have to pay more because it'll be more of a hot commodity. So should I start Jennings over Adams tomorrow? No, I'm starting Adams. Adams a must start. He's playing. They need to win this game. This is a must-win game for the Rams. They have the Seahawks next week, so if they lose this game, then they're kind of fucked.
Well, Tim, the thing is, people need to understand is that Devontae Adams doesn't need to play, or I'm sorry, practice. Like,
no,
he's at that. He's literally, and by the way, like from what it sounds like with the way he talks, he'll retire when Stafford retires. AKA, if they win the Super Bowl this year, they'll both be gone. I mean, either way, don't be worried about Devontae Adams. He's playing. literally, don't be worried about that.
Londo White was a monster, man, but he was a worse version of Brandon Jacobs, I'd say. He was just a bruiser, and that was fine. That was good for the time.
Londo White
Steve.
was he was the Thunder.
Yeah, he was an Incredible Hulk for like a play or two. Need a defensive team this week, a defensive special teams, Rams or Steelers. Any suggestions? Rams against the Lions, man. If it'd be easy Steelers if there was TJ Watt, and I think I would still go Steelers though.
I would go Steelers as well. Hey, but here's the
JJ
thing.
with injury.
If the Giants are available, I think the Giants are playing the Vikings and the Raiders.
No, Giant. Yeah. They have a better rest of the season schedule.
I'm just saying, like, if you're wanting to, I would play that defense. I know they're not great, but those teams are trash. So,
with the injuries, I need help for my third wide receiver slot. Half PPR: Jaden Reed, Franklin, or Slayton.
Oh my lord!
I currently have Reed, but Brian is out in Denver. I like Reed because of the gadget stuff.
I'm saying Franklin's just been. He's been buried.
But there's no
bench.
Pat Bryant. So you want to hear something? And
that.
Slayton seems to be the obvious place. Slayton's number in Vegas right now is 38.5. Again, I know all these players' numbers because I dive deep into these things for the bets. Now, Ray, let me give you my opinion here real quick because I had Troy Franklin for a while in XFL, which is our 12-man league. No flex, 3 receivers, half PPR. But there's return yards. Every 20 return yards is a point, and seven for a return touchdown. I am actually starting Marvin Mims as of this moment. Because he gets 100 return yards, that's 5 points. I think he plays like 30% of the snaps. I feel like he might play 44% of the snaps this week. And I'm not playing Franklin, and I have Slayton, so I could play Slayton. What would you do? Would you play Slayton at he is not the yards aren't that high. Mims 23 receiving yards in Vegas, 38.5 for Slayton, but the return yards for me is the X factor. Would you play Marvin Mims? And it's a close matchup. I don't really need upside. Marvin Mims or Slayton?
Slayton.
Really?
The only reason is that I just personally believe that Slayton is a better receiver overall.
Well, yeah, personally. I'm looking at return yards though. I want 5 or 6 points from the return yards.
Then give me Cameron Dickey, baby.
So for your answer though, I think it's Slayton or Jaden Reed. It's not Franklin. I'll say that much.
Yeah, correct.
God damn it.
I know it's not fun.
What are you choosing? Who are you choosing? Jaden Reed or Franklin? I might go Jaden Reed.
I would say I would go Jaden Reed, and the only reason is if it was Jameis Winston playing over Jackson Dart, I would go Slayton. But it's not. It's Jackson Dart. And that's the reason. Because when Winston was playing, that's when Slayton had his best games of the year.
Easy.
He launches it. So, yeah.
Bench one, Justin Jefferson, Michael Wilson, or Terry McLaurin. It's not Michael Wilson, my dude. It's Terry. We're going to say Terry. Hendo should move this week. The Bills can't stop. They can't stop anything.
That's why I had Hendo.
Max says, sorry, I'm late. No worries. Random thought. Do you think the Colts brought in Rivers not only just because they need a quarterback, but to help Danny Dimes polish his pocket presence for next year? Well, Danny Dimes isn't playing football next year. Just so you know, if he does play, it's going to be like week 10, dude. So, like, they might not even sign Danny Dimes. So, Storey has a really good theory, and it was more on the predicated on the fact that he might not even play this year as in Phillip Rivers when he signed. The quarterback Hall of Fame class this year is all time. And now by him signing, it pushes back his eligibility to 2031. So like he's going to definitely get in the Hall of Fame now because he doesn't go against Drew Brees and Ben Roethlisberger and Eli Manning. So that's just kind of a conspiracy thing. That makes sense.
So that's why I rolled that's exactly why I rolled my freaking eyes, because you just went down a conspiracy hole. But that's I wouldn't disagree with that. No, literally I wouldn't disagree with that at all. I know.
Niners, Eagles, or Jags D. I think Jags number one, and Jags and Eagles are must starts. And not the Niners are really actually a must start as well, but they're last in this group. So it's Jags or Eagles.
I would go Eagles this week personally.
Yeah, they're both really, really must starts.
I know, right? But I'm saying if I picked one, I would just go Eagles.
Goff versus Rams or Stroud versus Cardinals, 6 for a passing touchdown. Stroud's safer against that Cardinals piss poor defense, but Goff has the potential to have this shootouty game where he might have 340 yards passing. Stroud's upsizing me in the passing.
You and Brainerd still think this. Like, you guys really think that low of the defense of the Rams? Like, they haven't won.
No, I just know the Rams are going to put up. The Rams are going to put up a lot of points in the Lions, and they're going to have to keep up.
and that's
what I'm saying. Stroud's a safe option. I think Stroud might be the answer, and it's weird to say it because their defense is so good. But it's like, how much will Stroud have to throw? But I know Jared Goff's going to have like 40 fucking attempts.
I'm just saying. My point is, I think I would say, Rob, the safe option is Stroud. But if you have the conviction that Rob has, and one of our best buddies, Dave Brainerd, does, who as I've been talking about, he asked me the same shit. He has the conviction that it could be the same thing. It's gonna be a shootout. So go with your gut on that end.
How many pass attempts will Rivers have? They ideally want it to be like 15, but it'll be more.
Right, I was just saying that's the ideal. I would say 20, 25.
Down syndrome. Jesus, nice name. Yes, we both are. I think we both are for sure, because who isn't in this country? Garrett, start to JMO, Marks, Brees, and I have Brian Robinson Jr. Well, Brian Robinson Jr. is a must start if there's no CMC.
Only.
The problem with that is they play at 325.
Well, and he practices full on Friday.
I think he's fine. So JMO, Marks in full PPR. JMO's a must start.
Yep.
I'm gonna go JMO. It's JMO or Marks or Brees. Marks and Brees are a tie for me. I might go Brees Hall, but
I would go Brees just for better upside.
I can see the advantage of Marks.
He's just a better running back overall. That's why I would just go Brees. But the situation's worse. But I would go Brees.
Ray, give me 10 seconds on Kyle Pitts.
So here's the thing: is that I really think that I think that what really happened is that Kirk Cousins finally just had everybody explodingly understand in their face that all you need to do is just give Kyle Pitts the opportunity, because the dude is 6'6". What is he, like 260, 250? Whatever the fuck his weight.
But
okay, either way, that's even better. That means he's faster. So I think I'm pretty damn positive he's 6'6", and so he's 6'6", 240. He's never, of course, he'll never be a Gronk or anything like that, but he clearly is an athletic specimen. And he caught 11 to 12 balls, and he made things happen. And he made some really badass catches. So I just think this finally showed everybody that even if he doesn't end up staying with the Falcons, he can end up having a decent career. He may not very well, I almost positive won't make the Hall of Fame, but he can end up carving himself out to be a very good career if he can just, build on this, career-defining performance he had this Thursday.
I'd rather stash Kamani Vidal because better offense over Devin Singletary. Goated Tyler Warren, worth the start over Bowers? Absolutely not. That's an insane question. Brock Bowers is the number 2 tight end in the league.
Yep.
It's really not close. Hail Mary, Slayton or Addison? I'm going Addison.
Yep. It sucks, but yeah, I would go Addison as well.
Second round of the playoffs, I'm against Kyle Pitts. That hurts, but you know what? It's never too late. Ray, you have a story. You know the story. Like we've had a lot of stories. I won a matchup. Remember when Alvin Kamara had 5 touchdowns, and I won that matchup with Alvin Kamara on that. It was Christmas Day, I believe.
Second round of the playoffs. He's not playing him this week.
Yeah.
So that means he blew his load early to just be happy.
Brees Hall or Chuba Hubbard? I'm going Brees Hall over Chuba. Yep. Also have CMC. Well, CMC's a start, but if you're saying already starting CMC, it's Brees Hall.
Yep.
No, I was wondering, I do the same. Watch Red Zone every Sunday. You have to watch Red Zone, and then also keep your eye on other games. But Red Zone is the best way to, if you want to prioritize the most highlights, plays. I prefer Red Zone's awesome when there's bye weeks. I prefer bye weeks in Red Zone because I can really focus on more of the games. When it's a full slate, you don't get a lot. But it's more than just trying to. Well, I don't like multi-view. Multi-view is just, I want to hear the audio. I want to see the big screen, and I have that up separately as well.
I love multi-view if I can do it.
RJ Harvey, Hampton, Jalen Warren, start 2, bench 1. Who we benching? I'm starting Harvey. I know it's a tough matchup against the Packers, but I'm starting Harvey.
It's on a full PPR. So I would still go the first 2.
Full PPR. Yeah,
it's me.
I mean, Gainwell's getting too much work. So I'm playing forward for passing touchdown league, going May over Burrow. May got you here, man. Let's rock Drake May. Listen, Hendy is a must start this week. Yeah, Hendy's a top 15 guy for sure, which would almost put him in the must start ranks. I picked up the Saints defense rest of the season.
What up,
Jets,
Hetzer?
Titans. That's what's up. What's going on, Hetzer? Yeah, Jets and Titans. That's
it's good.
And the Panthers. The Panthers is the worst matchup. This is the hardest matchup they have. And the Bucs defense could probably be dropped, man, because they're awesome. They're
Dude,
awful.
what the fuck, man? That was disgusting.
Let's see. That's the answer. Oh, the answer for the thing of the girl on the date is the shower. That does make it a lot better. Although I've done it without the shower, it's not ideal. But I got buddies that eat that shit up, man. So it was my work Christmas party, and I flooded my red dress. That's why you wear red, man. That's why red's a very popular color with the ladies. So Kincaid plus 250, plus 255. He scored in 5 out of 8. That tells you something, though. That shouldn't be that high. That's a really high number for Kincaid anytime touchdown scorer.
Gonna get raid. Don't do it.
Jay Moore's talking about Tyquan Thornton. Dante Thornton. Dante Thornton has been talked about by the counselor all fucking year, my man. He was a 4th-round pick out of Tennessee that was supposed to be the number 1 wide receiver in Vegas, and he was actually better than Brock Bowers. You didn't hear? Joke, of course.
Tyquan Thornton.
So, no, I'm not playing Tyquan Thornton. Now, Hollywood Brown. Is Hollywood Brown ruled out for this game? Because if he is, I see what he's talking about. Because he may be ruled out. So that's a thing, right? And again, I like Tyquan Thornton. He is probably better than Xavier Worthy. He doesn't get to play that Xavier Worthy gets because of the draft capital and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that I can agree. Because, dude, Mahomes was loving him. Like he was finding him early in the year.
Well, he actually comes down with deep balls. He doesn't alligator arm him. He actually comes down with deep balls.
Who did you guys say? Who was out? You're asking me?
Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood. Out. Yep. He's out.
Okay. All right. That's just even better for my Rashid Rice bet. Let's go. That's fine to keep Jay Daniels in my IR slot. Is he coming back week 16? He should not play football again this week, but we also don't know. Our other quarterback is Shuck. So if you had a guy like Trevor Lawrence or, CJ Stroud or Brock Purdy, I would say probably cut ties with Jaden Daniels. Since you have Tyler Shuck, you probably want to hold on to him.
What about Shedeur Sanders or something like that in general for the rest of the season?
I don't want anything to do with Shedeur Sanders. I don't want anything to do with him.
Put up 30 points last week. So,
Michael, I would say Michael Pittman and Tyler Warren are the least 2 affected by the Phillip Rivers signing. So my worry is Alec Pierce is the biggest affected because he's a downfield weapon. Now he has been running more.
No, JT is most affected.
In terms of upside, but JT is going to get even more volume. But Josh Downs, it seems like he'll be fine, but they're going to be they're going to play much more 12 and 13 personnel to protect Phillip Rivers. Therefore, Josh Downs won't be on the field. So Michael Pittman's probably fine because he wasn't doing that great anyway. I think Tyler Warren's kind of fine. Again, I said that the Vegas number scares me a bit. He is still a startable tight end option. The other guys are really, really rough right now. And we got GT in the chat. What's going on, GT? We are.
What up, GT 12? Hey, I need
what's
to go
going on?
Yeah,
go ahead. I got this.
No.
Been super busy. Mr. Free Throw, been super busy and going to bed early. Missed it a lot lately, but wanted to show support. Appreciate you guys. Keep killing it.
Love you,
hey, man.
Join is he in the Discord?
He's in. Yeah, Mr. Free Throw. You're in the Discord, right? Free Throw. They changed everyone's tags on here.
I know. That's I was going to ask you what his
positive
name is
he's in there.
If he's not, bro, please join.
We're getting to 30. We have 30 Patreon members, so I am kind of forgetting people's names. I try my best to actually get to know these people.
Of course, dude.
But I'm very sure Mr. Free Throw's in there. Let me know, Free Throw. And let me know what your Discord name is too, just because I try to write this shit down. But I appreciate it. That's super nice of you. Go take a look. I'll handle it. Super nice of you to that's a super chat you give. Dude, that's people drop me 40 questions, don't give me a super chat, and you rock on here to say you're sorry for not watching. And what a guy, man. What a guy. Yes, I mean, what is your Discord name again, Mr. Free Throw? It's not. I don't think it's Mr. Free Throw. But again, I appreciate that, man. What a dude. We need 40 more like you. Aaron Jones or Hampton? I'm going Hampton over Aaron Jones again. Vikings decent matchup, but I don't really want. And also the Cowboys have been just amazing against the run. Now Aaron Jones gets a lot of his value based on PPR stuff, but. Jay Moore in the bottom says, how old is the counselor? Probably 45. I don't know. I don't know if you watch this shit. It's just, it's gone down. It's bad. It was never good is the point. And I'm not just sitting here trying to slander he's not even my competition. Now he has a lot more subs. He has 100,000 subs, but, yeah, he's fucking terrible. I think my main competition or counterpart would be Smitty from the Fantasy Football Show, which I actually do respect that guy. He has his setup's elite. My only issue with his show is it's just him. He has no guests, so it's just his one opinion. And yes, I am on every show, but I always have multiple guests, at least one per episode, plus 7 different guys, 7 different opinions, smart guys I respect that I play fantasy against. Not just my friends, like Ray's my friend, but Ray's also a badass fantasy player, believe it or not. Storey's a G. Like these guys know their shit. So I'm giving you multiple opinions that I can also check me, and we can talk these things out. I learned a lot from this show. This is why I've also had my best fantasy year since I started this, because the gambling angle, I'm talking about football 3 hours a day. So you learn a lot just by the questions and people bringing things to my attention, because nobody knows everything, and biases will kill us, right? And I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. That's why my Rico Dowdle thing, like I want to be the highest on Rico because I have been all year, right? I have him everywhere. He's made me in best ball, in redraft. He crushed it for me based on his ADP. But I also not going to sit here and just tell you every answer is Rico because I have a lot of Rico. Michael Wilson's a guy where it's not even my bias, it's because that guy's a god. But I can't just tell you things just because I like the guy or I have the guy. That's not the idea of the show. I also want to make you guys money. So Colts have a 11.1% chance of winning tomorrow. That's rough, and their playoff chances are right around there. Jay Moore, Rex Grossman, or Chad Pennington, who was better? Rex Grossman probably had a higher peak for 1 year. Chad Pennington was definitely better. How the hell do you manage 25 plus leagues? That's tough. Actually, Jay Moore, I'm in 25. My wife's in 11, so I drafted all her leagues. She drafted one of her leagues. The last one she did after she saw all the streams, and she knows she's been doing 3 years of fantasy. She knows some stuff. So I manage essentially 36 leagues. Storey managed the one though. So I had 24. I managed. We co-drafted the one. So 35. How? And there's the thing. I'm not working right now because I'm in the stream. I was doing 25. I've done 25 leagues, roughly 24 to 26 the last 10 years. And that was while all being in the golf industry. Now in Illinois, that ends around November. But the first 2 months of the year, I was waking up at 5 a.m, working 50 hours a week and doing all the fantasy shit, the waiver shit, waking up at 2 a.m. How do you do it? It's 30 hours a week. But I put a lot of money and I make money. So a lot of money. I love it. That's how. What's up, Bray?
Did I hear Rex Grossman's name?
Yeah, Rex Grossman or Chad Pennington. Who's better?
Well, I think it's a very loaded question. That's an easy answer. You want the more accurate quarterback, then you're going. If you basically let's put it this way, you're playing a West Coast offense. No, Michael Myers. He fell.
I know. My guy. He falls.
Yeah, but
I ran out of sticky tape.
Let's put it this way, dude. If Chad Pennington was in the NFL right now, actually, let me rephrase that. If Chad Pennington was Brock Purdy, I would say Chad Pennington. I know it's fucking fucked up to say.
My answer was Rex Grossman had a higher peak for 1 year, and Chad Pennington was better for his career.
Well, yeah, I don't think many people understand that there was talks of Rex Grossman being an MVP in the September of 2006 or 2005.
4 weeks into the year, yeah.
Hey,
no, it was actually within about 6 weeks, but it's still rough.
The fact that there was even a smidgen, I've never heard any other quarterback for the Bears ever been mentioned. Oh, MVP.
No.
It was dumb.
Jay Cutler might have had a little run there as well.
He should have.
Says in a flex spot.
Yeah, sorry.
Next week, should you guys put Mike Evans or Christian Watson? Mike Evans is a must start now. I'm going to eat my words on that about dropping him because his injury.
Christian Watson's looking like a must start, but I will say this: there's two problems. I'm saying there's two things with this. They're going to Denver, and he will be shadowed by Patrick Surtain. But now, Rob, I don't know. This is what I'm asking you is I don't know off the top of my head. They like to play Christian Watson in the slot. So would they just have Patrick Surtain follow him into the slot? Or would they have somebody else follow him into the slot? If they do
They don't like to play him in the slot. They did play him on about 16% of the routes in the slot, which is more than his historic number would be. But that's not a big number. So he might only have eight routes without Patrick Surtain. So we're talking about it's for next week, right? Isn't this for next week?
Of course. Yeah. And it's
Mike Evans.
It's Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
He
looked too good.
I'm just asking for people like myself. I have Christian Watson, and did not even just in general like his outlook, and it's not great, unfortunately, with Patrick.
What the hell happened to Sammy Watkins? I liked him too. 5th overall pick.
Injuries and just I just don't
didn't have that it factor, man. You know what I would compare it to? Remember Corey Davis? Corey Davis was also a very high pick to the
Sammy
Titans
Watkins had a
out
bunch
of Western Michigan. You see how I know the colleges these guys went to?
No,
right?
but
Western
dude,
Michigan,
Sammy
Corey
Watkins
Davis
went to
and-
Clemson, dude. Like he
That's
was
what I
way.
said. I said Clemson, yeah.
No, I know that.
No. Sammy Watkins was also sorry. Corey Davis was a 5th overall pick as well. They were both drafted in the same slot. Corey Davis was like a can't
I
miss.
remember
Maybe it
that,
was 6th
but
overall. But
I get that, but you said Western Michigan, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's that. I'm just saying, like,
I don't care about the
understand saying-
college. I'm telling you where they went in the draft. They both went the same
I know,
spot. And
and
Corey
I'm saying
Davis,
that Sammy Watkins was way better than Corey Davis ever was.
Watkins was a much more athletic, faster, twitchy player. Corey
Sammy
Davis was
Watkins had a way better NFL career than Corey Davis. Corey Davis never did.
Oh,
anything for
right.
1 year.
I'm not. Yes, agreed with that. Agree. As a prospect, yeah,
That's what
I
I was getting
understood
at.
Sammy Watkins' draft position. I didn't really understand
Corey Davis
Davis's
was a
draft
complete.
position.
That was a fuck up. They fucked that up completely.
That was just a bad pick. It's also the Titans.
It was he
Drafted
Corey
Traylon
Davis
Burke.
wasn't Braylon Edwards. Braylon Edwards
Right.
back in those days, like at least I know he didn't have a great career, but like when he
What
came out,
went wrong with Sammy Watkins? I'm trying to think because he had a good position with Buffalo. He did okay. He
It was
went with
just
the
injuries,
Chiefs.
and I just think I don't think what it was. He never developed. That was the thing.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He was
the
savvy
same
and
receiver.
He didn't have the it
career
factor,
in
right?
the NFL
Like,
that he was in college. He uses
he
straight
was-
athleticism and never developed.
I'm gonna say this: he was the opposite of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown's the guy that got the most out of his talent.
Dude.
Sammy Watkins got the least out of his talent. So
If
that's
Amon
the way it
St.
was.
Brown
And
had,
I don't think he
Sammy
was a
Watkins'
knucklehead, right?
athletic ability. Oh my god!
And I'm not trying to say Sammy Watkins is like a Kadarius Toney, like
Not-
that level knucklehead.
No,
but like
no.
he was closer to Kadarius Toney than he was St. Brown in terms of work ethic, team chemistry, like those kind of
Well,
things.
that's not even a question.
So
Like,
that's what
you're-
happened to him. Yeah.
Well, and that's a good question. Not a good, but a good point is that his work ethic.
Thank you.
You know, like because everybody needs to understand when you're a super athlete and you get into any basically major sports of football, basketball, baseball, but more importantly because basketball and football can overlap. Like if you're not good at one, you can maybe possibly do the other. Especially more importantly, basketball going to football. If you're an athlete, you can make your way into the NFL, but if you're not smart enough to understand the game and develop yourself, that's where you hit walls, and that's what I think Sammy Watkins hit.
Jay Moore, top defensive stashes for week 16. Chiefs are the number 1. Now, this is all predicated for me. Now, I know it sounds weird, like narrative wise. If the Chiefs win this game, they have a mathematical chance to make the playoffs. Chiefs at Titans is a must start. Now, if they lose this game, a little sour on that. They're still a good matchup though. But if they win this game this week, I like the Chiefs. And then Saints at Jets, or Saints at home against the Jets. I like that one. Any last ones here?
I would say again,
Falcons.
I'm as a streamer defense. Jay Moore, New York Giants at home against Minnesota.
JJ McCarthy. Yeah, the problem is that the Giants defense is so bad, but I like the
I know.
matchup.
I said as a streamer.
Ray, what do you do with Luther Burden? Luther Burden a drop now, right? If a Tuesday comes back this week, you drop Luther Burden the second that news comes out, right?
I guess
what's the point?
I would just say yes, but there's a but. What I'm saying, I guess it's based on what do you have on your team and or who's available on free agency wire, because Luther Burden is I think he's the most ascending player on the offensive positional players between running back, tight end, and receiver right now.
You have two tight ends. You have DJ Moore.
I don't give a shit. Did you hear what I just said? He's ascending on the way he's
for
playing.
Fantasy, though. For fantasy, he's not worth it at all. He's a nothing. His schedule is tough too. Drop. You got the Packers.
Did you hear anything I just said? I said I
heard what
laid
you
it all
said.
out. Well, I laid it all out. So I said, like, it just depends. Like, do you have the area to leave him on your team? If you do, okay. If you don't, it just depends. But
my thing is,
if you have better options, drop them. That's easy. Yes.
I would rather have Alec Iomanner. Because what if Iomanner comes out and he's already playing 80% of the snaps? What if DK gets hurt? Iomanner's a must start.
On your bench, no.
Like,
I wouldn't.
Yeah, because he could be thrust into a bigger role. Burden, we just saw without Odunze, had 40 yards. Congratulations. The Bears are a run first team.
Yeah. I think being a receiver in fucking Tennessee is that much better. Yeah, got it.
Well, the game script is always amazing. They throw the ball 40 times a game. I mean, Jalen Hurts or Burrow this week. The only way I'd ever consider Jalen Hurts is for a passing touchdown, and that's a wash. So it's Joe Burrow. I could see the upside in the 4 for passing touchdown with Jalen Hurts. Start your studs, but Burrow's also a stud. So what are we talking about? You agree?
And here's the thing: is that people? I think people are a little bit worried without T. Higgins. Who gives a shit? Joe Burrow is an elite quarterback. Like he's a top 6, top 5 quarterback all day. And you want him in the vacuum? He's top 4 in Ray's book.
Tyler Shuck or noodle arm Phillip Rivers. It's Tyler Shuck by a mile. He's
Shuck
rushing. His rushing total to 20 yards.
Oh my god! Yes,
and his passing yard total is higher too. So, Red Tube's pretty good. I've actually watched that. It's pretty good. GM, let's get to the bets. Actually, let's get to our bets one more time. GM,
you're trying to make me
GM.
talk about something else. So you just randomly that was the greatest.
I move it on. I'm subtle. Come on, bro.
That was, Rob, what you just did, that was a ninja assassin comment we just threw in there. Good work.
Thanks, man. GM, I'll put the bets up here. Like I said, man, if you guys, these odds are all way different. I place these bets on Wednesday. So if you want to get to actually making money, you can literally get in for $5 a month to get the odds when I place them on Wednesday. Also get in the community and support me. But we'll go up one more time through the bets, Ray. We're only 20 minutes behind the comments. Guys, be patient in the comments. We're going to get to every comment here. And before I do that, here is Helen Hunt. Say hello to Helen. Hi, Helen. How you doing? You look really stunning today. Really stunning. And I'm going to play a clip here real quick just because. And Ray said he's going to have tacos. Right, here you go.
Don't think just because I got a lot of money, I'll give you taco-flavored kisses, honey. Fulfill all your wishes with my taco-flavored kisses. Taco, taco, burrito, burrito.
I was between that and Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for one.
At this point, what I really should do is just go upstairs and just put the stream on my phone and just go upstairs and make the tacos and let everybody I'll put it on mute and you all just let Ray cook, as they say.
All right, here are the bets, man. That's actually Ray cooking in reality. This is probably the most volume I've had. I don't think I've had 8 bets for a Sunday main slate with including a Sunday night bet. I don't have a Monday night bet yet because I got to see the weather and there's nothing I like.
No,
mister, no.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go through these here real quick. A lot of these odds have
no.
changed. A lot of these odds have changed, gentlemen, but some have stayed the same. So DJ Moore over 28.5 receiving yards. Brian Thomas over 43.5 receiving yards. Breece Hall over 11.5 receiving yards. This might be my bet of the week. Now, that's up to 14.5 currently, maybe 15.5 now. I haven't checked it for a few hours, but I love this one. Rashee Rice is up to 67.5. I got a 63.5 on Bet365. Ricky Pearsall, 31.5 receiving yards. Now, the ones I like to ladder would be DJ Moore, Breece Hall, and Ricky Pearsall laddered. If you don't know what the ladder is, you bet. Let's say I do $100 in each of these bets straight up. I will do $3 on an alternate line that's like plus 300. Then I go all the way up. $2 on, plus 500. Then I go $1. Then I go 75 cents. Then I go 50 cents. And by the time you get to the highest ladder, so for a player like Ricky Pearsall, 100 plus receiving yards for Ricky Pearsall is 44-1. I'm going to throw about 33 cents or 50 cents on that to win $22. When all the ladders hit, you end up banking almost $100 on like $7 in bets. That's how you ladder. Lamar Jackson over 31.5 rushing yards. I absolutely love that one. Drake May 20 plus rushing yards. Again, his number's at 21.5. But if you want to do the alt line, when I betted it was 20.5, over 20.5, which means 21 yards. That was minus 114. So that was minus 110. I did Drake May 20 plus at minus 115. One last yard. I love that one. Kenneth Walker, the tiny dancer, 58.5 rushing yards over on that one. Then Sunday Night Football, Justin Jefferson over 57.5. That has currently gone up to 63.5. So wait on that one. That might go down since you have the whole day on that one. Those are the bets. Ray's favorite bets were Breece Hall and Lamar Jackson. I think he didn't like the DJ Moore one. And again, I was assuming Rome Odunze wasn't going to play, but this is similar to my Brian Thomas bet last week when the weather got really shitty. I wasn't going to cash out and lose money.
Drake May over 20 rushing yards. I think that's pretty easy, man.
Against the Bills, he hasn't been running. This is a game he will run. I feel like it's a must-win game. The division's on the line. So there you go, guys. Again, professionalfanatics.com if you want to get access to these bets and get the odds I have, which if you're placing them now, like when you wait, the money, you will lose money. Not lose money. You'll lose a couple bets you would have normally won.
No, you will lose money if you don't. Rob purposely puts his bets out early in the week. Was it Tuesdays, right? Like whenever the bets.
Oh, whenever
right away.
it's whenever they drop. So and I don't bet ever when they drop, and I can identify a line that I know is going to go up. Now it doesn't mean it's going to win. I just know that I'm not going to place Brian Thomas, for instance, 43.5. Now it's at like 46. I know it's not going to go below that number. That number's too low. So I will place it when it drops because and occasionally I'd say 1 out of every 8 bets ends up like DJ Moore screwed me because now DJ Moore, I got it at 29.5. Now it's at 27.5. So like I actually lost 2 yards there, but typically 4 times out of 5, 80% of the time, it goes up 4 or 5 yards. So that's the game you're playing when you bet in these early and not waiting to game time. But when you wait to game time, the value isn't there. So you got to identify, like I did my process. I mark down before they all drop. I go through about 20 or 30 players I'm targeting. I write down what I think it's going to be set at. Not what I think it's going to finish at, but what it should be set at. And when I find a line that's 7 or 8 yards off, I hammer those. And it's not a foolproof system, but
no, but especially like I think too, you're really smart with your betting style that you because obviously, like you said, like you don't have a job. When I say you don't have a job at the moment, this is your job. So you are purposely always scanning all fucking injury reports and all this shit. So, for instance, when Brian Thomas Jr. went down originally, who the fuck did you tell everybody to hammer? But Parker Washington. And who did Parker Washington do fucking amazing for 3 weeks?
3 good weeks in a row. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I called you. I did that. I called you out for helping me out. And then
in my own league, you fucker.
Of course. And but here's the thing: I never had any opportunity to get any Michael Wilson, but you and I've given you flowers on that because you hammered that for honestly, like if I can really remember, I think you've been hammering that for about like low key hammering it for about 6 weeks, but then like hammering like a fucking sledgehammer for about a month. And
the second I heard the appendectomy thing, I've always loved Michael Wilson, so that was the easiest pickup in the world. Like. I didn't know it'd be like this, bro. I just figured he'd be like a wide receiver too.
And then here's your third.
Fanning Mitchell. Oh yeah, I've been on.
No. I'm sorry, and Mitchell. You're right. Yeah. No, don't. Yeah.
But he got fucked last week because of the injury. But no, I've been on Fanning since the draft process at the Bowling Green.
It's more important, Halo fan that you've been hammering on everybody to get in the last month if you can. And you helped me because I told you, I said, you're like, dude, do it. And here we are. And I very well might project me to get to where I need to go for making some money. So,
Ray, I've been holding on to Fanning and starting Fanning in our XFL league since week 3.
I know. But I'm just saying.
I kept him. Here's the thing is I had Tucker Kraft in that league and I still rostered him because I was like, I know Harold Fanning's number 1 there. And I knew Njoku. I thought Njoku would get traded. But the funny thing is Njoku didn't get traded. It
I
still
thought that
worked.
too. I really thought that too when Fanning had a couple first good weeks in that first month, a couple good weeks in that month. But I'm
Dalton Schultz,
AJ
Barner.
I'm starting to play this. I just want to give you some flowers for your good calls.
Thank you. Dalton Schultz or AJ Barner, rest of the season, half PPR. Half PPR, it's Barner. Half PPR is Barner for me. He's a tush push guy. He hasn't had a tush push touchdown. I think he has 1 tush push touchdown. If it was full PPR, I'd probably say Schultz.
Right, I forgot that. I forgot. You're right. They do use him for that. I would still go.
And
Schultz,
you got Jaden Higgins coming out. Like I just don't believe Dalton Schultz is not a good player. And like I'm not saying AJ Barner is a great player. I just think he's a better player, better offense. It's real close. If it was full PPR, I'd probably go Dalton Schultz. So it's like a wash for me. I'll say that. May or Burrow, we had this one. It's a wash for me. 4 for a passing touchdown. I'm going May. 6. I'm going to go Burrow.
Yep.
Neal or Waddle PPR. Man, I'm going to go the receiver. As much as I like Devin Neal.
Waddle's looking a little bit better lately in last couple weeks.
This is true, Jason. The counselor advised to fade Gibbs. He said Genty all day over Gibbs. No, he didn't just say Genty. He was taking Genty at he was going Bijan 1, which congratulations, and he was going Genty Bijan. He was taking he was going Bijan Genty. He was taking Genty over Jamar Chase. He was taking Genty over Jahmyr Gibbs. He was taking Genty over Puka Nacua. I mean, just go down the road. It was just silly stuff, bro. Like, that's not even the worst of his calls. I mean, but it's just stupid. It's, you know what it is? It's outlandish. And when he hits on a couple of them, he'll make, like, you hear about it. Unfortunately, people listen to this guy and they were taking Ashton Genty as a top 5 pick. I have one share of Genty. I got him at 17 overall. I felt like that was a value because where I had seen him go in drafts. Now that's on me. That's a fallacy. Like, it was cool because I seen him go pick 9, 10, 9, 8. And I was like, damn, I got 9 picks of value. And JT was still on the board. And I had JT on my board over him, but I also go on ADP. And that's, I got to learn on that one. But again, that's just,
I mean, I will give you my personal reason why I wanted to pick him, or like early in the draft. Admittedly, I was wrong doing so for where I drafted him. I fucked up. But honestly, Rob, my personal reasoning was that, okay, so going into the fantasy, draft season. Okay. So looking at Genty, well, the Raiders had a terrible fucking team with Antonio Pierce. They fired him. Okay. That's good. And then what do? They hire Pete Carroll. Well, what does Pete Carroll love to do his entire career in the NFL? Run the fucking ball with Marshawn Lynch, right? I'm saying in my eyes, that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so, okay, that makes sense. And then what do? They have a terrible quarterback situation. Trade for Geno Smith, who he had. Okay, that makes sense too. And then they draft Genty, who was a Heisman candidate. They drafted him 6th overall. Pete Carroll had all this experience of having the running back being the main cog. To be honest, what I really fucked up on is having I buried my head in the sand of how shitty that O-line was. I'll leave it at that.
It's not just that, Ray. It's not just that. And I know Pete Carroll has this history.
Oh, and I'm sorry, and Bowers as well. Like, I'm saying, they can have him. Oh,
the situation was bad, Ray. And here's the other thing that no one was acknowledging. Now, we saw this early in the year when Genty was not playing passing down snaps, which he should have been. Rashad Penny was one of the biggest busts in terms of all these first round running backs get massive workloads, right? The last one I can recall outside of injury happening where this was an injury was Rashad Penny getting drafted and then losing work
20
to
is it 20th overall, 22 overall?
Who was the guy who was losing work to? It was that grinder back. I forget. He was just a guy. He was pretty good.
Yeah, right. Whoever it was, right. Yeah. It was
that was
Sean,
the last
Sean
guy,
Alexander,
and that was Pete Carroll. So regardless of what we're talking about, we were putting our faith in Pete Carroll. The Genty owners putting their faith in Pete Carroll. Not so much Pete Carroll, but the Raiders.
I did.
Gross.
Admittedly, dude, Rob, because I hate to say it, I just believed in, and I will 1,000,000% own this. Everybody, this is why this is different. I will own my fuck up. Okay, like I fucked that up. Like I really did think that the fact that having Carroll top running back, pick, and that he always used the running game to have his team be successful. I just figured that would be and also in Bowers to help. I'm saying help like open up the passing game with Jacoby Myers and Geno Smith. But I guess I fucking was completely
the biggest problem is that early running backs is a luxury pick, right? It's a luxury pick. And
but I'm saying,
the Raiders had how many needs? I would tell you their number one need is offensive line.
Big time.
Because Zamir and White and whoever else they had, whatever, they're not good backs. But if you look at any advanced metrics, the Raiders gave their running backs, they had the least amount of yards before contact last year. Like, go down the line in terms of the shit with the Raiders. And also, maybe the defense, left tackle, right guard, and anything on the defense beside, and also, like, Max Crosby's awesome. Maybe give him a counterpart. Like, any position besides middle linebacker would have worked for that team. And it's a luxury pick to take a running back. It's like when you're one player away. And look what Saquon Barkley did for the Eagles, right? That's because the Eagles were one player away and it happened to be a running back because Kenneth Gainwell and DeAndre Swift weren't good enough for that was a run-first team. How many run-first teams actually work in the NFL? About 4. The Ravens, the Eagles, like the Steelers historically, like, no. Bad pick. Chubby, thank you, buddy. First-time listener, good shit. Have a good one, boys. We will. Rob, what do you think about David Sills? So David Sills had that bad drop, but David Sills is definitely more startable than Darnell Mooney.
Well, David Sills is on Houston, right? He was on Houston.
No, right? No. You're thinking of Kenny Stills. David Sills, I don't know who the hell David Sills is.
I'm
He's
sorry,
a white dude.
But they both had the V, right? The 5th.
Yeah.
That's why. I'm sorry.
He could be. I'm still holding out. I hope London comes back, especially after this win. But I don't know. David Stills is a deep dart throw. What do you think about the Heisman winner?
I think that he was definitely worthy, man. I mean, here's the thing: is that First off, Indiana. Rob, I would love to hear your thoughts on college football because I know you and I are the biggest college football fans. I personally love the old way of college football compared to what it is now. I think personally, if I had to guess, you like it more now to where it's basically like professional sports, to where it's free agency and this and that. I mean, I personally like the old school of doing things and this and that. But my point is that the reason that I like this though is that I'm contradicting myself because there are reasons why I like this, and the reason I like the new way is because schools like Indiana football, they just beat Ohio State. Ohio State had the second most college football wins ever, and Indiana has the second most losses in college football history. And here we are because the NIL, they are now the number one college football team in the seed for the college football playoff. They have Heisman winner. This is what happens. And honestly, I don't like it, but I don't mind it because
it's
this
better
is
than
why
all
I
the
don't
blue
mind
bloods always just dominating.
Correct. No, that's what I mean. Dude, Vanderbilt, man. Dude, like, holy hell. Like Vanderbilt. You know what I mean? Like schools like that. Like even James Madison. You know, James Madison's in there because they have all the lawyers and all the smart ass. When I say, and I'm not even bringing them down. It's like very high end people who have a lot of money to be able to put up money and be like, oh, in general for all these schools. So I think first off, he was worthy. The guy who won it, he was worthy to win it. Goddamn, what was his last name? Fernandez, right?
Sorry, I'm looking up something. It was Chris Carson. Chris Carson was the back that Rashad Pennyloss worked to. The grinder. I love Chris Carson. He ran like a fucking madman, bro. Remember Chris Carson?
Oh yeah.
My bad. I forgot about that. GM. What do you think about?
Yeah, I'm
sorry, I was distracted, dude. I got a lot of stuff going on here. You were talking about something about college football.
No, I was going to go back. I just said, what are your thoughts on the Heisman winner?
He's gonna be the number one pick. I'm not going to make I don't make opinions or statements that I don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't. I have not watched enough Mendoza to tell you, and that's why Storey is the cog of the show because Storey actually.
But have you watched him at all?
College football as I know NFL. No, I have, and I haven't dove deep. I dive deep in March, and again, my opinion is not going to.
I'm just asking in general. All I'm asking is from what you've watched. I understand. I don't.
He's worthy of a top pick. He's worthy of a top pick because I see the upside of the Caleb Williams-esque. You know, it's not like a pocket quarterback; it's a strong arm. I see that, but I can't speak on more, and I won't. I'm not going to give people bad advice. I don't know. That's my answer.
I don't know. All I was asking if you've seen him play and what you thought. That was
yeah. I liked it, but again, it's college, and I can't.
I know.
I need to watch more and then read more and see what his measurables are. GM, what do you think about Flock Fantasy guy Mason? Ray, do you watch Mason Flock Fantasy?
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
I like him, man. I think he's gone down again. These guys that he's printing money now, and he does do all. What I like about Mason is a lot of these guys that have done it for so long, they stop playing fantasy. Now he does a lot of best ball, like as much as I do, 400 leagues, maybe more. So he does put in the work in terms of like the knowledge. I do like that. I don't like his format so much because I feel like he is very biased and he's less. I don't know. I don't want to be a guy that's just hating on everyone else's show because I like Matt Harmon, bro. Matt Harmon is a guy I advise everyone to watch because I learned things from Matt Harmon. I learned some stuff from Mason. I do watch some Flock Fantasy. He's solid. I like his format. He's much better than the Counselor or even the Fantasy Football Show. I would prefer him over those guys. So he is pretty goddamn elite.
I wouldn't say he's better than Professional Fanatics, but I don't know.
Well, we have 7 different opinions coming on different days, and we also just give you guys a voice. So GT, Storey's focus and recall is impressive as fuck. College and NFL. Yeah, well, Storey is better than all the guys we're talking about. And then I'm just a cog. I will say I think I know more NFL than Storey, which I'm not saying anything against Storey's like knowledge in football. I've, like I said yesterday, I've played 250 leagues the last 10 years, redraft all over $150. So like I've played 5 lifetimes of fantasy football for your average person, right? What average person plays 2 fantasy leagues a year? So I played like 5 lifetimes of fantasy football. So like what I've seen, what I've picked up on trends, et cetera, et cetera. Now it doesn't always mean I'm right. Guess what? Fantasy is 33% luck. So, I mean, anyone that says it's not is lying to you. So there's a lot of luck involved for sure. Yeah, Mr. Vredo, Derek Richardson, got you. I got you in the shout outs. There's a lot of people I forget. Rico or Devin Neal full PPR. I'm still going Rico here. It's close. I'm going Rico though. Same game. You agree?
Yep.
Should I pick up Neal and or Chuba and drop Pierce, Keenan Allen? Keenan Allen drop for sure.
Dude.
Pierce probably drop for sure.
Honestly, you could I would drop Pierce and Keenan Allen and pick up those two.
Oh no, but Brian Thomas, pick up Brian Thomas. So Brian Thomas you're picking up, and then it's a question between Neal or Chuba. I would probably want Neal over Chuba, man.
No, Rob, you read it wrong. He said should I pick up? No, you read it wrong. He said should I pick up Neal and or Chuba and drop
could
Pierce
come back
Neal.
to bite you. If you pick up Brian Thomas, you have to pick up Brian Thomas.
No, he doesn't have to. He has Brian Thomas.
Yeah, don't drop Brian Thomas. Yeah, drop all the other guys and pick up Chuba.
Drop Pearson. Yeah, drop Pearson, Keenan Allen, and pick up Neal and Chuba. Dude, fuck those guys. Yeah.
Big Ray, can you drop a forget about it soprano style?
Rob, was the gabagool. Forget about it.
Gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. You want this baby boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll.
Stop. All right, not bad. I feel like you're saying boy's hole, and it's clearly soul. So it's boy's soul.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole.
Right there, it sounds like hole. Like if you drag that, are you chewing gum?
Yeah.
See, GT, here's the problem is that I'm mostly Irish, German, and Polish. So trying to do a good Italiano. It's I'm pretty trash at it. I try.
I try. Saying Storey is the goat. Now again, you're not wrong in those statements, Wally, but can you let the audience in the chat know why you have these opinions? Because Wally has never been more attracted to anyone, male or female or anything, more than he loves Storey. He always calls him handsome. I feel like you're a little biased, and that's fine, but it's because you want to jump his bones, Wally. And I kind of do too, because he's a pretty handsome man. Hank's more handsome. Only 4 out of 5 can choose, so he's got to bench one. Michael Wilson, Wandale Robinson, Waddle, Sutton, Jacoby Myers. Worries about Michael versus Houston. Yeah, Michael Wilson's a must start. Wandale Robinson's a must start. Sutton's a must start. Waddle. I'm benching Jacoby Myers.
Really?
Somehow, you know what's crazy is Brian Thomas 43.5 yards over under Vegas. Myers is 50.5. Why? He's been killing it, but it's
I guess
PPR, dude.
So I guess are we sticking with the opportunity, Rob? Is that we all said the wide receiver ones are Wilson, Robinson, Waddle, Sutton.
Yeah, I'll give you the argument here real quick, and I can do this real quick. Let me show you. Michael Wilson, epic run, all-time run. You can't bench him. Wandale Robinson is a safety blanket and just crushing in PPR. Jalen Waddle is still a top 15 fantasy receiver in full PPR, the number one there. And who else do you have there? Washington and a tight end that Darren Waller, who plays 40% of the snaps, and not benching him. Cortland Sutton. Now you have no Troy Franklin, also just still has like 7 touchdowns this year. So Jacoby Myers, admin out. Not saying I hate Jacoby Myers, but the other guys are all in the wide receiver 2 discussion. That's it. And Michael Wilson should not even be mentioned. I mean, you're barking up the wrong tree here mentioning Michael Wilson.
I guess all I'll say is that Jacoby Myers stole Brian Thomas's touchdown. So,
Ladd or Swift? This is a tricky one. Yeah, Ladd's been so bad though, bro. But the matchup's so tough with Swift. And Manon guy.
But here's the thing. So I guess I'll put it this way: standard Swift, full PPR, Ladd, half PPR. I'm going Swift because I still think that here's the thing: the Bears game is gonna be a smash mouth game. That's the only way it's gonna have to be. It's going to be a running game. Like, honestly, if Caleb throws over 20 times, I'd be pretty surprised. So, I'll just leave it at that. Full PPR, Ladd, anything else, Swift.
All right, we are 30 minutes behind. We're almost at 3 hours, so we got to pound through these, Ray. So, more yes or no questions. I see Denver's top flight pass rush rattling Love. I'll ask you this real quick. I have in XFL, I have Denver's defense, and I had Pittsburgh starting ahead of them. With JJ Watt being out or TJ Watt being out, I dropped them for Carolina against the Saints. Would you play Denver or would you play Carolina?
I would probably play Carolina.
I know it's crazy. GT, start Brian Robinson or Charbonnet. If CMC is a full go, I'm starting Charbonnet, but Brian Robinson is a must start if there's no CMC. Let's see. Yo, I need 2 running backs, 1 flex, 1 tight end out of Harvey, Hendy, Genty, Judkins. So the running backs, we're going to go Judkins and God damn it.
Really?
It's so tough. All these Judkins, yeah, dude. There's no one else there. He's getting all the snaps. It's Judkins, and it's probably Hendy, bro.
I might go Harvey Hendy.
He going Harvey Hendy. I'm going Judkins Hendy, and then the flex you can go running back. So we're gonna go Hendy, Harvey.
How about those 3? Hendy, I mean, the first 3. Hendy, Harvey.
You're gonna bench Judkins.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant Harvey, Hendy, Judkins.
And then Fannon's and then Kelsey's the odd man out. Would you play Fannon over Kelsey?
Yes.
Yep.
Right now I am. Especially against the Bears secondary without Kyler Gordon. Yep.
Start 4 wide receivers. Week 16, I have a full bye. JSN, T. Higgins, Pickens, Ted Evans. Who are you benching?
So Higgins is out, so. Oh,
it's for next week.
Oh, next week. Well, I still wouldn't be betting on him, man. Let's just say this.
I think he comes back next week.
Dude,
it's between Tet and Higgins. Okay.
I'm just saying you were harping on those double concussions.
Yeah, I was. And I also said CeeDee Lamb was going to play, and CeeDee Lamb's back, so I think Higgins will be back too, because it's the Bengals. They're idiots.
Well, unfortunately, the ownership doesn't have control over the NFL, but we'll just assume he's back next week. Yeah, it would be Jason Higgins and I'll go Tet.
Mr. Reed there, Justin Blackman, another number 5 overall wide receiver. Yeah, that was more like substances that fucked his career. I don't know how good he was anyway.
As a talent, he just exactly. Things fucked his career.
Big Ray, have you seen Running Man? The new Running Man? I love the old Running Man.
I've never seen the original.
Oh, watch the original before you watch that one. The original is great.
But JT's telling me to watch the one now.
No, he's just asking if you've seen it. I don't know if he's watched it. He was saying, did you see it?
Oh, he's asking where's the watch. I don't know.
Please watch the original. The original has Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro.
Oh, yeah. Well, you already sold me. I'll definitely watch that first.
Which tight end rest of the season you want? Gatson, Strange, Henry, Juwan, not Gatson. Gatson's out of there. It's Juwan Johnson or Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry is probably the answer.
No, I'm going JJ Strange. Henry has not.
Oh, Strange over Henry. Henry's like number 6 tight end of the year, dude.
Oh yeah, what has he done for me lately? You want me?
Like pretty good game. Yeah. Pull it up.
Oh, so So just real quick. So just 8, 1, 25, 11, 5, 4, 5, 7, 7, 1, 6, 24, 9. So I'll give you that. He's had 2 of his better games, but it's like, but he's going against.
Yeah, it's a mess either way. I want Hunter Henry over Brenton Strange. Give me Drake May over.
Well, yeah, because you're playing. I was about to say that. Yep.
Patriots have been winning, so Patriots have won 10 in a row. So I know the Patriots lost week 1 to the Raiders, which believe that or not. Like they lost week 1 against the Raiders. I don't know who they lost their second game to.
Patriots also have the easiest schedule from beginning to end. So
Juwan Jennings was a league winner last year for sure. Thoughts on Pickens and Lamb? My opponent has both. I want Lamb over Pickens. I've made a lot of money on ever since.
Pray that he plays them both because they ain't both going to go off on you.
No, I mean they can, but
they could, but they won't.
When Vegas overreacted to the Pickens hype and CeeDee Lamb had a couple bad games and the drops. If you remember, I had 3 weeks in a row of Lambs over in yards, and he hit all 3 of those, and Pickens is going under 2 out of 3 because Vegas overreacted. And I still now it's more like Lamb is probably 10 yards ahead. I still prefer Lamb in every format, and Pickens is still a top 14 guy, top 12 guy. It's fine. Jaden Higgins or Michael Pittman? This is Jaden Higgins, right? Really? In full PPR, Michael Pittman.
Yeah, full PPR.
What about half PPR?
Yeah, half PPR. More Higgins. No, Higgins for sure, because he's definitely got the better quarterback, and he's got the much more better upside of stretching the field.
So I have Jaden Higgins in XFL as well, and I'm starting Marvin.
I saw you pick him up. I know. I saw you pick him up. I saw you.
Jay Moore says he was also wrong about A-Chain. Talking about the counselor was wrong about everyone because he fades way too many players and he only hypes up rookies. And this year, unfortunately, he faded all the league winners like JSN and Jonathan Taylor. And also, it's not A-Chain. He calls him A-Chain because he mispronounces everyone. He calls Bijan because he's an idiot. And that's cool. Yeah, A-Chain's terrible, apparently. And he's been pretty goddamn good every time he's played in the NFL. So good call there, buddy, counselor. So I guess Chase Brown was a better pick than Bucky this year. For the wrong reasons. He was a better pick for the wrong reasons. We agree with that one?
Yep.
PPR, Jaden Reed, Higgins, or Pearsall? Stay grinding. What's going on, man?
Higgins, Reed, Pearsall.
God, I want to. I'm going Pearsall. Pearsall number 1. I feel like after the bye, if he was playing a little hurt, he came back a little early. Now he got the bye week against Titans. His numbers low.
I just watched you yesterday. You were not happy about that guy's upside.
Pearsall?
Yeah.
Rest of the season, I don't like it. This week against the Titans, bro, like 31.5 yards is his number. I feel like it's super low. That's why I bet it. But I feel like Ricky Pearsall is a really good player.
I'm sorry. I'm 3 out of 4 leagues. I'm thinking playoffs. So I'm sorry. Okay, that makes sense. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Jaden Reed has a tough. I know it might not be a tough matchup for him per se in terms of the individual matchup, but against Denver, not ideal. Higgins, I like the matchup against the Cardinals. Yes. The passing volume, no. Pearsall, I just feel like the Niners are going to come out and just fucking weigh a whooping.
I do agree with you. I think they want to make a statement this week.
And I'll just tell you, I'll put my money where my mouth is. I actually just I have Brian Thomas, and I'm thinking there's a chance CMC misses. And I had Worthy in one of my home leagues, not XFL, but in one of my home leagues, I had Worthy as the flex, full PPR.
Why
and I just don't like the matchup.
Because
the back injury. No, today he wasn't a full practice. What are you talking about?
Oh, not today. I would say Friday.
Yeah, no, he had a back injury pop up today. He's questionable. They downgraded him to questionable. And they don't need him to win this game. I'm not saying he's going to miss. I think there's a 20% chance he misses. So I have Brian Robinson. I popped in Pearsall. I popped in Pearsall as my flex because I feel like Pearsall and Worthy are similar. And I like the upside of Pearsall over Worthy.
Hey, you saw me pick up Pearsall and Bills deep. So you saw that happen. So
you're going Hampton over Neal, right?
Yep. But again, it depends. I would say it depends. If it's half PPR, I might go Neal. But no,
Jay, he's saying all these things. These are he's talking about the counselor. They're all conspiracy things. Is because he's trying to make excuses why A, his bets aren't hitting, and B, why all his fantasy takes and all his fantasy leagues are garbage. And no, it's easy for me to say it's not rigged because all my fans, I'm in every playoffs. I'm winning all these bets. I don't care either way. All I'm saying is he has no evidence, and it's just convenient that the only way he can get people to view his shit right now because all his Patreon members are probably lost. And no one wants to hear what he has to say because also he doesn't want to do the work. The work is, in my case, I'm not really a numbers guy. I have the numbers here. I have no computer in front of me. All this shit's on top of my head. I actually put the work in while I'm on this. He does 3 shows a week at 20 minutes that are videos. He does an hour of content a week. I do 3 hours of content a night. I also manage 35 weeks. So all this shit's here. I don't need to do any work to do the show. He would have to actually do work.
Well, no, I mean, Rob, he literally advertises himself to do all the work preseason, for the draft.
Okay, and a lot of things change, so that's a good strategy. That's what.
Well, no, I mean, no. But then he has you pay for that. Then you have he has a Patreon for during, so it's so who fucking.
And all of his players flopped, and they have the last 3 years, so it's not been going really well for him. Just saying, what a bum. What a bum. Yeah, Jay Moore, Chris Carson, career-ending neck injury. He actually came back after the neck injury and tried to play a game or two. I remember when he came, and I was just like, I ain't touching that because of neck injury.
Shout out Johnny Knox. Same thing, man.
100%. Patriots lost to the
Close to
Raiders
shit.
and Steelers. Yeah, wow, Raiders and Steelers.
Hey, Packers lost to the
Jay-
Browns. Oof. Just like I'm saying, that's
Jay
why I'm
Moore-
sort of afraid of the Bears.
Jaden Daniels already has had a better career than RG3 because RG3 led the team to the playoffs his rookie year and then got injured in that wild card game. Jaden Daniels already went to an NFC Championship
I
game.
really
So like,
want to
just that alone,
I really want to say no, but yeah, the NFC Championship game, yeah, RG3 never sniffs. So,
and in general, like I'm not as down.
and
on
it
the
was
community.
not
Like,
even close to a good passer.
I didn't want to overrate Jaden Daniels like everyone else did this rookie year. Just like I'm not going to get super down on him now. Yes, I'd rather have Caleb. If I had to redraft, I want Drake May number 1 in that draft class. But Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels, I might still rather have Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix. I'm not going to get crazy, but like Caleb is overtaking him because his durability and the upside I see. Jaden Daniels is going to have a really rocky career. Up and down is the word I would say. Jonathan, this is a good point, man. It makes fair schools like Ohio State. It makes it fair that schools like Ohio State, who's been paying players for years, which is true. Now everyone else can pay players. We've been clamoring this for years in the community to just make it fair. Either everyone can pay or no one can pay. And the only way to make it fair is to let everyone pay. And it's still not fair because teams like Boise State can't really pay the same as
no, but honestly, that doesn't matter. What's unfair is that there's like, it's just a free agency every year. So it's like, oh, I can make $2 million a year at Indiana, but Ohio State will say they can be $3 million a year. So I will stay 1 year at Indiana and then go to Ohio State. So Rob, honestly, what I'm really worried about right now, like I would like to hear your opinion with the way the NIL is set up in college football right now, is it's just a free agency. Dude, these guys are not learning football. They're not.
No,
they're not ready. They're
no.
not ready for the NFL anymore. I don't give a shit what position, quarterback to long
especially
snapper.
quarterbacks, man.
Even
that's
D
what matters
line,
most,
O
right?
line, any of them, dude. It's the same shit. It doesn't matter. Now, I will say, I'll leave it at this. I think skill positions, including quarterbacks, move more than more interior. I'll give you that.
Flock Fantasy is a weirdo. He's never right. I'm going to disagree with you there a little bit.
Don't know who that
He
is.
actually he does know his shit. He's kind of a weird dude. Kind of a like, I want to say what's the word I'm looking for? Like
See, Rob,
the word, he's like a frat boy, like a rich frat boy. And I guess people say I am too, because I'm from a pretty nice area, but like, yeah, he's not an idiot. He actually knows his shit. I would not want him. I would not want him in my fantasy league is the point, because he would be a very, very worthy opponent. I would say that. So like, the dude is still an expert. Come on,
you call yourself a rich frat boy. I know. When I say
I didn't go
that,
to
I'm
a frat.
joking.
I didn't go to college, but you know what I'm saying.
Well,
I can come off as that.
I went
even
to
though I'm
college
not.
for a very little while. This is
You were in a frat. Yeah.
and I wouldn't.
Addison or DJ Moore and Tua and Tyler Shuck. I'm starting
Addison and
I'm starting Addison, and then
And I
that's
hate
a
to
toss
say
up,
it.
man.
I hate to say it, but it's definitely Addison for the matchup, and it's going to be, and just in general, the production lately, and it's is it Shuck?
I would go Tyler Shuck in 4 for a passing touchdown for sure, because he has a rushing upside.
Right.
If it's 6 for a passing touchdown, I can see you going to
Rob,
Seattle or Houston's defense.
I just hate that
I'm
we
going to
always
go
have to do
Seattle's
that, but-
defense.
Yeah, 100%. Seattle all day against Philip Rivers. He's going to get fucked up.
I would start Michael Wilson over Jefferson. Yes, 100. Now, tougher matchup, but I know the volume's there. I trust the quarterback more. So crazy to say.
Now,
but
can I just really quick do a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and just go back in time to the Lefelstein basement and then tell you that?
Try, yeah.
And then you
Wild.
sit there. Absolutely insane that we're here.
It's true.
Wait, honestly,
Hampton or Dowdle?
Hampton.
Who'd you say? Hampton?
Yep. I still believe. I think the trajectory is up. I really believe in that. I don't know how you feel about that, but I just think
Blackman. I shouldn't laugh at this. Blackman is homeless now, walking the streets of Stillwater.
Holy shit, man! Justin Blackman was on fucking real on Jacksonville with nobody. Was it Blake
This
Bortles?
was worse though, because Josh Gordon was actually a god. I know Josh Gordon had
Josh
that,
Gordon would have been a Hall of
that
Fame
thing.
player if he was allowed to smoke weed.
Over weed,
Well,
man.
maybe
And,
not Hall of
I
Fame,
hate
but all
Stephen
very
A.
good.
Smith, but the quote, they said that the great Stephen A. Smith. They said the great, like to quote the great, to quote the bad Stephen A. Smith, who's bad. Stay off the weed. Yeah, it sucks. You got to watch the original Running Man.
I said
It's
Hall of Fame. I don't know
awesome.
about Hall of Fame, but at least Hall very good. He would have been an All-Pro like a couple times, Pro Bowl multiple times.
Who was the quarterback when Winslow scored the most points by a tight end 45? I don't know. Is that Kellen
that was
Winslow
Derek
Sr.
Anderson,
or Kellen
maybe?
Winslow Jr.? It might have been Derek Anderson. Start Loveland or Andrews tomorrow. I might go Andrews. I think it's Andrews.
I would say
Loveland in a
Andrews.
PPR possibly.
Well, here it is. If you need the floor, there's an easy floor. Andrews. You need the higher upside. Loveland, because Loveland way more athletic.
Slayton or Pearsall. I mean, Slayton seems like the obvious play.
Pearsall.
I'm going Pearsall over Slayton, like for sure. Brees or Tracy. This is easy. Brees.
Yep.
Also, been Marks full PPR. This is Marks in full PPR. It's not even close. Kyle Trask never got a fair shot at playing quarterback. You remember when it was an actual conversation when Baker was there and there was a competition between Kyle Trask and Baker, and then Kyle Trask never got another shot. So I don't know what that's about. He should have probably got another shot all there. Well, he never got another shot though. Here it is. Dan Fouts was so we're talking about Winslow Sr. That would have been Dan Fouts then. Dan Fouts, a legendary player. We were thinking
I'm saying with Kyle Trask. Why didn't he get called by Indianapolis Colts?
I don't know. Why did Josh Rosen flame out after a year?
Exactly.
Like, we don't know. And I get why some other players. What was Jennings Pross compared to Pearsall? Jennings is about 52.5 yards and Pearsall is 31.5. Now it's up to 33.5. So 20-yard gap. I would still rather start Jennings 100%. But in terms of I wouldn't bet Jennings over. I'd rather bet Pearsall's over, which obviously I did. Brian Thomas Jr. or Diggs. I'm going BTJ. I don't trust anything to do with that cavalcade of that circus.
The only thing I'll say about Diggs is that he has a lot of money incentives left for the rest of the year.
Let's pound through these. We're at over 3 hours. Real quick, give me 20 seconds. Thoughts on John Cena retiring Ray. I just saw him on Bill Simmons. I like John Cena.
So real quick, I watched it tonight. Honestly, I was emotional about it. I mean, I'm not the biggest wrestling fan anymore. I was a huge wrestling fan growing up, but he is the number one person who's done the most Make-A-Wish Foundation wishes. He's done over 600, I believe, and in general, he has the most championships. I mean, it's just a big thing to where he seems to be like the last seed of like what you and I grew up with. You know.
The old guard, and I will say he was awesome in Trainwreck.
And I'm saying, but I think that's why he's retiring because he wants to get into more acting, and I think they're wanting to destroy his body anymore, and it's sad, man, because he is the last of the old guard, because dude, Trish Stratus was there, Rob Van Dam was there.
All right, that was much more than 20 seconds. Jay Moore, he actually thinks Vegas or whoever is in command and screwing our fantasy teams. If it's rigged or whatever, they're not screwing they don't know who you have on your fantasy team is the point. So how is he even saying this? Because how does he know who dude, here's the thing. I said the same thing in the prop bets. Like, people have overs and unders. People have Bijan and are against Bijan. What are you talking about, bro? Wacky, wild shits. And he's just a clown. It's fine. Let him be a clown. You know what? It works for him. He's making money. This is his career, which is funny. I'm struggling over here. Yes, not as long of a show, but it's just, and it also goes back to the Island Boys. Remember the Island Boys, Ray? Island Boys made like $500,000 on one little 1-minute song that's just awful. I'm a professional musician, bro. I'm a drummer. I play keyboard. I'm a pretty good musician, and I made not $1 on music. It's fine. It's a passion project. But there's bad musicians that make money and good musicians that don't. And that's also the way of our society. We'll even it out. And the cream will rise, Raymond. It will rise. We think so. And Ray will eat that cream. Ray will eat that cream. PPR, Neil or Jaden Reed. We're going Neil over Jaden Reed here. Jaguars or Seahawks, very, very, very close. I think Seahawks because they're a better defense. But it's really
at
close.
Home against Phil Rivers. That's all.
Mariota or Brissett? I'm going
Brissett.
Mariota, not Shock. Brissett against the fucking Texans?
Yep. Over Mariota? Yeah.
Mariota was balling, bro.
Hey, what did I say earlier? What did I say earlier about Brissett?
He balls. He chucks.
He has balls, yes.
Wally Johnson is a 50-year-old in an orange t-shirt and a headband talking like no one could see him. Yeah, but he doesn't look 50 and his body is like a 25-year-old. So Wally, I think you would be attracted to the man because he's sexy. Lutz, Eddie Pinheiro, McPherson, or Richard. I don't want anything to do with the Vikings kicker.
Middle two.
Not Lutz. It's probably McPherson. I think it's McPherson.
Yeah, I'll go with McPherson.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Tricks. I'm going to go Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
First one. CTC.
Got a weird feeling Santos is kicking 3 field goals minimum tomorrow. I mean, it seems like the game he would, but it's not windy, but cold, but this isn't terrible for kicking. But
I mean, I would agree with that, though, to be honest.
Well,
Not
you're also
minimum,
a Bears fan, and you love the
I would say
Bears.
minimum, but
We gotta definitely write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song about.
All right, we're caught up to the chat, Ray. 3 hours and 10 minutes in. It just flies by. So we appreciate all you guys. Those of you guys that are not in the Discord, in the Patreon, get in there because, like I said, time to get in now. Also, you're supporting your boy in tough times in the group. Eventually I want to be able to pay my guests, which I have not been able to pay besides handshakes and maybe a dinner here and there. So help us out. Get in there. You get a lot of good perks. So you get the bets. You get access to voting on show ideas. You get access to the community fantasy leagues, which is huge. Eventually, I'll be paying for one free entry per league, which is going to be 6 or 7 leagues in 2026. Also, free merchandise. Boom, giving out one of these hats per month. You get part of the Ray. You'll get yours soon when you come over to see me. You'll get access to that. A lot of other good ass shit. So I ask anyone that's in the stream if you have hesitation, because they all probably have no reservations about donating and also just helping the channel and what they're getting in return. So the community's for real. Ray, you're for real. We love you guys. Week 15 fantasy playoffs coming up tomorrow. We are less than like 9 hours away. Super excited about it. A lot of stake in the game. Also a lot of bets tomorrow. So tomorrow night, 10:45 p.m. Central stream. Do all the recap stuff, all the stuff. Little Monday night preview. Again, you see us 7 nights a week, literally not 24/7. That doesn't make sense, but 365. 7 days a week, Ray. You're the man. Thank you so much for the show, Ray. You killed it. Are you excited for football tomorrow?
Yeah, man. I mean, if you want me to hop on late tomorrow, I'm more than happy to do so. But yeah,
I'll text you. We'll figure all that out.
Yeah, but either way, man. Yeah, I mean, I think tomorrow. Because here's the thing: we're now in the home stretch. Like this is basically playoff football for a lot
payoff,
of
man.
Well, and for fantasy, I mean, not even talking about fantasy. I'm talking in general, like NFL teams. Like, there's a lot of actual like people and teams need to start really getting their fucking.
Yeah.
All right, I touched the button on accident. I was going to play it after you're done. It's real life implication and also fantasy implication.
Fantasy, here we are,
so
man. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're in 12, 14 man leagues, and if you're not like I'm saying, we're in one. I'm in 1 10-man. Well, I'm in 2 with you, but we're in a deeper league with we're in playoff now. But otherwise, everybody's in playoff mode now. So I mean, this is it. I mean, this is exciting. This is what we all fought for and put our time in for. So
love it, buddy. All right, appreciate you coming on. What an epic stream. 3 hours, 13 minutes. This is what we do here. Ray, we'll talk to you soon. The chat. Love you guys. Thank you for everything.
Love you guys.
Love your life. Stay positive. Respect each other. We will see you tomorrow. Peace.